Pampers. Hi, Pampers. Hi, Pampers. Hello, everybody. Hi. Are there any rabbits in the house today? Or maybe a couple rabbits here, maybe a few. Oh my gosh, I missed you guys so much. Thank you very, very much for coming to my stream today. It's a really, really exciting one that I'll be doing. I made a whole PowerPoint, okay? I did a bit of research. I actually put some effort into this. It was crazy. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing an exciting stream where actually I'm gonna be talking a little bit about VTuber design. For anyone that doesn't know about like my background and stuff or anything like that, I don't have any background. That's the point, okay? I've been a VTuber for like 2.5 years now. I've seen a lot of VTubers come and go, and I feel like I have a pretty good grasp on, I guess, I've seen a lot of character designs, right? And I see some common mistakes or some things that people don't really understand about design or what makes like an effective design for their branding and stuff. So I wanted to kind of maybe share some tips with some people to see if you guys maybe, if any of you were thinking about being a VTuber, or if you are a VTuber, or if you're interested in design, or you just like watching me, if you want any tips and stuff, I'll be like talking about those today. It's gonna be a bit of a different stream. I'm not really gonna be like chatting all too much about I don't know, normal stuff. I'm kind of gonna be being an educational rabbit. So actually, let me just put my educational gear on, okay, so I can be very fancy. Okay, now I'm a fully qualified rabbit. I got the lab coat on. I'm ready to go. So yeah, I'm just a rabbit with opinions. I've done quite a bit of research on character design, and I did like, I don't know, a few classes on it. But I don't know much else other than that. But I'll be talking about a couple of concepts. If I get anything wrong, you can let me know. I'd love to learn. And I'll be talking about some VTuber designs as well today. I will say the VTuber designs, except for one, I think, but I won't be talking about her in too much detail. I've asked permission to talk about the designs. And also, I guess for the sake of clarity, a lot of the examples that I'll be giving will be kind of VTubers that you guys will all know. So some from like corporations or from companies that you may already know, popular VTubers. So I'm going to be talking about a couple of concepts as we go along. Mainly, I guess, kind of a couple of principles of design. Some of these are usually used, I guess, when talking about cartoon style designs, but I'm trying to translate them into VTuber designs the best I can with some of the basic concepts for designing effective cartoon characters, and then I'm going to be kind of translating that into VTuber design and talking about why I've decided those, giving a little bit of reasoning for that as well. I'll also be giving tips for if you're thinking about being a VTuber, how to create your design, you know, what are things to think of, stuff like that, mistakes I see, just things like that, okay? So I wanted to write this stuff down on dot points, but the thing is, I get so anxious when I write dot points that I'll forget things, so I just wrote full-on sentences. So I'm sorry, I'll be kind of reading off sentences, but it's not like I'm reading a script. I'll be elaborating on each part. And maybe I'll forget some things. So if you guys have any questions throughout, you can ask me, and if I don't get to them, I'll answer more questions at the end. Yeah, I'm gonna be talking about yeah, what makes a good VTuber design. And I guess at the end of the day, like having a good design is all you know, beauty is in the eye of the beholder or whatever, but I have some pretty good tips for like if you want to make an effective design for like branding, or like if you want to have you know, just some tips, I guess. I don't know, I'm not like a professional, I just have like opinions, okay? So we'll get started with this, okay? I've got the little pointer thing here so we can point at stuff, but I'll be starting at some of the basic principles and stuff, okay? So let's just swaz over. I've made a whole PowerPoint, so watch this. Okay, so for the effectiveness of this, I want to start with one of the basic principles of anything. You know, like the who's that Pokemon kind of style thing, but like VTubers. I thought it would be a fun way to get started, okay? So we're going to be playing a game to get started. I'm going to be showing you a silhouette of a VTuber. For this exercise, I'll be using easy to recognize VTubers with what I think is a unique silhouette. Unique silhouettes can be created in so many different ways, and I'll touch on this more later. I want to be, doing this game first before we talk about what creates an effective silhouette and how to do that. So, I will show you a VTuber silhouette, and you guys will guess, and we'll see how many get it right, okay? Yeah, and I'll be using easy, popular VTubers for this exercise, okay? So let's snazz, let's get started, okay? Okay, don't be nervous if you don't know all these VTubers, but we'll get started, okay? So, does anyone know who this VTuber is? You can see with the silhouette. She's got some interesting shapes going on. You can also tell by her pose that maybe, I don't know, you can tell a lot about her by the pose and stuff like that. So, if anyone have any ideas about this, okay? No, I'm not going to be upset at anyone for recognizing them. No, this is the point of the exercise. You know, this is actually a fun fact about this person. And so I think for a lot of us, this is the first VTuber we've ever seen or ever heard of, because she was, I guess, the first kind of popular VTuber that we've seen. So yeah, if you guys are wondering, this is Kazuna Ai, okay? This is Kazuna Ai. I won't talk about this too much, but you can see some of the main parts of her silhouette that is recognizable is also seen in her logo. Interesting. I'll be touching upon that later, okay? Yeah, Miku doesn't count, unfortunately, because she's a Vocaloid, but similar kind of thing. Okay. Who is this? Oh my god, big shoes! She's got big shoes! She's got stars, she's got a bow, she's got interesting things on her hands, on her wrists or whatever. Who is this? Does anyone know who this is, huh? She reminds me, she kind of sounds like a drink name. It's soda! I'm kidding. It's soda, okay? This is... from all life, okay? Alright. Yeah, Sora's great. She's really humble. I look up to her a lot. I think a lot of VTubers do. Yes, this is Sora, okay? Again, whoa! The parts of her design that stick out. Wow, it's almost like it's seen in the in her branding as well. Wow, interesting. Okay, who is this? A lot of these VTubers, I guess, will be showing, they've got dynamic posing, which I guess is a little bit, cheating. But a lot of characters, I guess, in cartoons and stuff like that, you can see with their dynamic posing sometimes helps with their silhouette. But for VTubers, it's a little bit different. Who is this? Suisei! No, Suisei. I'm not gonna make jokes about it today. But yes. Oh my god, I love her gloves. I love her gloves so much. That's one part about her I really like. I love those gloves. But yeah, so yes, this is Suisei. Let's go to the next one. We've only got a couple. I'll be showing some VTubers, by the way, today, dead or alive, okay? It doesn't matter. For the sake of this exercise, it doesn't matter if they're dead or alive. We can talk about them. Hopefully, I don't know. I'm not gonna get fucked, am I? For this, it should be fine. Well, big hand, big tail, big dragon? Question mark? Big feet, big shoes. Selene! Rest in peace, Selene. Okay, rest in peace. But yes, that's Selene. You can see some great... Because this is the first one that you can kind of see. The other ones are posed, but this is one that you can see just from her model alone. She's still got a very interesting and unique silhouette. And I'll talk about the reasons for that later. But yeah, I actually really like her model. Who is this? Who is this? I don't know. Wow, she's got a very good silhouette too. God, I want to talk about something too, but I'm not gonna get into it until the next bit. Yeah. I got Peko! It's Pekora! Yay! Yay! Okay, and she has... no, I'm not gonna talk about this until later. I'll talk about it later. Who is this? This is another silhouette that I think very well is very recognizable and has a great... She's got a fantastic silhouette. Yes, who is this? For some reason, I was watching some stuff. I did a lot of research on character design, and someone was talking about how good this girl's silhouette was, and they didn't know how to pronounce her name. I just call her Bay. I don't know. Bay. I just call her Bay. Yes. A Chaos Rat, a fellow Australian VTuber. How goes Bowls Bay? Yes. Who is this? Again, she has a very, very good silhouette and very effective, and I'll explain why later. But yes, who is this? Does anyone know who this is? Please tell me immediately. Immediately. No, what are you talking about? Ready? You're crazy. You're crazy. Yes, Kureiji Ollie, or just Ollie. Okay. Wow, is this silhouette recognizable? Does anyone know who this is? Actually, I don't know if I know who this VTuber is. Quite an interesting VTuber. I don't know. Literally who? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Hey, I wonder who it is. It's hey, it's Giggles Magoo. Oh my god, it's me. Wait, I gotta turn my aircon on. It's too cold. Okay, there we go. It's Giggles Magoo. It's me. Okay, so we finished this exercise. Okay, so the importance of a unique silhouette. So I'll be reading this and then we'll be touching about it in more detail later. Okay. So we'll be talking initially about why is a unique silhouette important. It's actually more important than you may think. It adds individuality and aesthetic appeal. It adds for your clarity and brand identity. And it's good for your characterization too. So, a unique silhouette will help a VTuber stand out from the others, especially if more than one of them are on a screen for a collaboration. So, a lot of the time you see lots of VTubers at once, especially if it's in a company or something like that. And if a lot of the VTubers on the screen at once have unique silhouettes, unique posing, maybe different accessories and stuff, it can make it very eye-catching and nice, and pleasing to look at. So eyes will naturally be drawn to interesting shapes, as I was mentioning. So having a lot of distinct shapes on a screen will draw attention from the viewer and create a sense of individuality. So, you know, they're like, oh, shiny, especially if it's recognizable. It's also a great way having a unique silhouette. So by changing minor things can change a kind of a standard VTuber design to be a really effective design, and I'll be touching on this more later. But you know, you see a lot of cat girl VTubers, you see a lot of dog VTubers, you see a lot of demon VTubers. What's a good way to differentiate them is to kind of create an interesting silhouette, so off the bat they become more recognizable, and then you can put those interesting features into their branding. So we'll be talking now about clarity and brand identity. So having an easily recognizable design is extremely important for an incredibly saturated market, you know, such as VTubing. There's so many VTubers out there. There were fucking thousands of VTubers, especially around 2020. A lot of people became VTubers. So there are so many. And you know, due to the fast-paced world of the internet, now most viewers may only see your model for a split second in a clip or a thumbnail. You need to really stand out to get people to click on a video. And sometimes the thing that will get people to click is if your model looks good. Sometimes it might not even be about the content. A lot of VTuber fans only, you know, they'll only look if they like the model. So you make sure having an interesting silhouette, people will click on that, okay? Because I don't think people understand how important this is, because people, as I mentioned in the first paragraph, is like, people are like, ooh, shiny, cool shape, and they'll click on it. So having a clear silhouette will make your model quickly identifiable, which then will have viewers more interested in clicking on your content if they are familiar with you, or feeling as if they may recognize you from somewhere and be intrigued. This clarity can have a very large impact on your brand identity and marketability. Silhouettes are seen in more merchandise than you may think. For example, I put here Aki Rosenthal's 2024 birthday merch. As you can see in the top right corner of her merch, she's got a silhouette in her merchandise. It's seen a lot in discreet merchandise. If you guys have seen, like, a lot of time people will have like the outline of their character or a silhouette, or like their logo or something, like, you know, because people don't want a big anime girl on their t-shirt sometimes because they're little scared babies and they don't want to walk around with it. So sometimes VTubers will put their silhouette on it, so it still feels personal and something that maybe only the fans of that VTuber will be able to recognize out in public, for example. So they're used more than you may think. And they're also, like, if you think about even outside of VTubers, think about like stuff like Mickey Mouse or Pikachu. Mickey Mouse's silhouette is used on... Even think about Disneyland, it's fucking everywhere. Mickey Mouse's silhouette is everywhere. Or even like Pikachu, you know, there's a reason why, you know, who's that Pokemon kind of thing exists. It was literally utilizing the fact that all these Pokemon have interesting silhouettes, and kind of being like, hey, we have such interesting silhouette, like, but, you know, it's easy for kids to guess it. Yeah, so they also, you could think about, for example, think about those, I don't know, maybe I'm crazy, but do you guys remember, oh, what happened? Hello? Wait, what happened to my PowerPoint? Hang on one sec. Do you guys remember when those what's it called? Like aesthetic, shadow silhouette kind of looking things were everywhere? You know what I mean? You remember when those were everywhere? No, it's not ruined, sorry. I don't know. Maybe I was on it for too long? Just give me 1 second. I'll pop it back up. Let's do it from current slide. Yes. Oh, don't make me do this. Come on, why are you being like this, you stupid poo-poo head, Mago? Come on, Google. Let's not be like this. Why? Why do we gotta do this right now? Why do we gotta have tech issues? How do I fucking put this out of full screen? I'll enter it. I'm alt entering it. Please, let's not do this today. Please, I had such a cool PowerPoint. Oh, here we go. I got it. It's in the bag. We got it now. We got it back. It's fine. Okay, so here we go. So let's go back. Sorry, this may happen throughout, but at least I know how to do it now. Yeah, I'm just an idiot. Okay, so yeah, have we seen like all these like aesthetic silhouette kind of anime wallpaper kind of things? You know, this is an example of one. You know, like we'll put like, you know, anime girls in a silhouette. You can have it as your desktop wallpaper. They were everywhere, like, you know, I think a couple of years ago. Am I crazy for thinking this? Yeah, so that's a good example of silhouettes being utilized in all kinds of things, in different kinds of franchises, for games, for anime, for all these different kinds of things. And, you know, VTubers have the ability to use this known important tool as well, and to build an iconic and unique brand identity for themselves. So please, if you're a VTuber, please utilize these things, okay? Because these are important things in business that you need to think about, okay? It's also important for characterization, so this silhouette alone can communicate a lot about a character's personality traits and what kind of VTuber they are. This can be seen utilized in all kinds of media, and the same concept translates well into a VTuber design as well. So this is used a lot of for people that create cartoons, but for example, like a tall, imposing silhouette may convey strength and authority, while a small, rounded, like moe blob might suggest innocence and playfulness. I mean, like, a silhouette is the first thing that you usually see about a VTuber. I mean, we've all seen these fucking things on Twitter being like, oh, if I hit 50 likes, I'll show you, like, they show the silhouette. If I hit 50 likes, I'll show you like a little bit of the silhouette, or I'll show a little bit of my feet. You know, and they'll do like a reveal of the model slowly like that. Or when a new branch is announced at a VTuber company, they'll show silhouettes first. And you can tell more about the silhouette, kind of the way that they may be standing, the way that they might be dressed, you know. You can see that through the silhouette alone. But I'll be talking more about characterization in this next slide, so let's kind of touch a little bit upon that. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about iconic design features, because throughout a silhouette you can kind of create iconic design features, but you can see them more definitely when you see the full model without being all blacked out. You know what I mean? So you have to think about what kind of VTuber you want to be before you think of these design features, because those are the things that people are going to be drawn to initially, right? So you could be, when you're being a VTuber, you can be whatever the fuck you want. You could be something as adventurous as an alien from another planet, or a demon from the underworld, to something as simplistic as a kimono Mimi or a schoolgirl. The amazing thing about being a VTuber is that you can be whatever you want. However, in creating VTuber designs, you don't only have to take this into account things such as your profession or where you come from, but also what your personality is and what kind of content you'll be doing. This is important. Put into account what kind of content you'll be doing before you make your VTuber design, okay? For example, you play a lot of shooters, maybe make a tactical kind of looking model. You like to eat, put food on your model. It can be as simple as that. You know, it can be really simplistic. Any kinds of things will make people associate certain things about yourself with your design. So I'm taking kind of an example from this, and we're going to be talking about Coronet and Okayu from Hololive. So they're using the stereotypical features of a dog and cat and translating that into character designs that work amazingly for them both independently and as a pair. I think both of these girls' designs were pretty nicely thought out, and actually they work very well individually and as a pair cohesively. And you know, obviously they were kind of already buddies before joining Hololive, so obviously it makes sense that they kind of, you know, paired their designs off of each other. I mean, dogs and cats have been seen paired together in all kinds of media for years, you know, for a long time. They're a great pairing, so I think it works really well with their designs. So I'll be explaining this now. So Akayu is quite similar to a cute stereotypical cat in kimono form, wearing a very laid-back, comfortable outfit with her tracksuit pants and hoodie with an onigiri from it. Onigiri on it, which is a food she loves. Actually, it's not her favorite food, but it's a food that she enjoys. With those slightly floppy cat ears, differentiating her silhouette from other cat anime girls and VTubers. So, I put this bit in because it is important. As I mentioned before, if you want to differentiate yourself from other VTubers, change little tiny things about your silhouette, okay? Akayu could easily have had standy up little cat ears, and easily could have had like a, I don't know, a very bushy kind of tail, or like anything like that. She could have done that. She didn't want to. What she did is she made her, you know, because she's kind of relaxed. She's a little sleepy sometimes. So she made her ears fold down a tiny bit. Even that alone differentiates herself from like 90% of other cat girl VTubers. So yeah. So with her, she's also got unevenly rolled pants, which kind of shows that she's relaxed and comfy. You know, I'm gonna fucking roll my pant up. I don't care. You know, my other fucking pant leg fell down. Don't even give a care. It's down. You know, I can have them uneven like that. Which is, and I think this is very reflective of her content too. You know, it fits her personality very nice, and kind of the image that she portrays outwards, if that makes sense. You can even see like the fact that her hoodie, like, you know, it kind of goes to a point where it stops at a midriff. Not only is this like an attractive, I think showing your tummy is cute, I think it also separates the design very nicely from like a typical like tracksuit pant and kind of hoodie design, kind of breaking that up a little bit. Also, as you can see, her like sleeves kind of go outwards a little bit, and show like a tiny bit of her fingers. So I think that kind of shape in the outwardsness of her design really differentiates her silhouette as well, because they could have easily like kind of made her like go straight down, very symmetrical design, but they wanted to make it a little different. Okay, and now I'll be talking about Korone, okay? So Korone is very similar to a stereotypical, like, energetic dog in her design, from the bones in her hair to the sneakers on her feet. She wears a very simple yet cute dress to balance out the eccentric and bright jacket that she is wearing, which I think was a bold design choice, but a really effective one. Because as you can see, like, you know, when you look at her, you think, oh my god, she has got the cutest little jacket on. That's the first thing I see. I see the bright yellow in her jacket. I not only see her little dog ears, but I see the bright yellow in her jacket. So I feel like it balances it out very well with the kind of comfy little dress that she's wearing. I think it's also like very similar to her story. You know, she's like she has like a bakery kind of thing going on, and I think that works very well with her lore. So I think it fits her very nicely. So yeah, it's her jacket's covered in colorful ribbons. As you can see, the way that her ribbons are placed too, this differentiates her silhouette too. So it's not only like she could have down braids, but she put wisps of hair out to show I've been moving around a lot. I'm an excited dog. Her tail's up and like, you know, pointing up to be like, I'm an excited dog. She's got ribbons on her like little arms. So be like, look, I got cute little ribbons. I'm cute and I'm fun. Like, you know, who else would wear like a fucking ribbon jacket like that? Unless you're like wanting to have fun and play around. You know what I mean? So I feel like this kind of reflects her personality very nicely. Both reflect beautifully on their design, and the colors that they use is very well planned and very well thought out, in my humble opinion. So the yellow and purple colors, as you can see, they're opposite each other in the color wheel. I'll be talking more about color theory as we go along, but I think that they were kind of purposely thought out. They kind of contrast with each other very nicely. And I think it's a very nice play on the cat and dog features of their designs. And I hope you guys agree with me with this, because I feel like it pans out very nicely. As you can see, like, she's got yellow shoes, kind of like Kodane's kind of yellow jacket. I don't know if that was a design choice they did purposely or not, but I think it works very well. The balance is very nice with the colors too, especially I see on Kodane. She's got like a little red socks on that are like half up, half down. Also, I don't even give a care. I've got one sock kind of down, one sock kind of up. You know, she's got an off shoulder kind of jacket look. You know what I mean? I guess it's like kind of a cute, like, you know, lazy feel. I think it's very, very cute. Also, fits very well with their personalities. Like, imagine if they were given each other's models. I don't know how that would work. I don't know if that would be very... I don't know if that would work very well. I feel like the personalities fit their models so nicely because of that reason. However, I have a tip for you if you want to make a character design like this. On the flip side, having a model that reflects your personality is good and all, but you could have a design that contrasts your demeanor. Completely contrasts it. That's Gap Moe, baby. It's really good. You know what I mean? You are an energetic and fun person. Have a really lazy looking, you know, tired looking design. You know, you're a very tomboy person. How about you dress yourself up in a beautiful lacy long dress with long hair? You know what I mean? You can utilize this, you know, beloved character trope and still incorporate your interest into your design. This can also be intriguing and can add a lot to a VTuber design. I feel like it can be even more intriguing if someone's got a Gap Moe kind of design than one that reflects their model kind of perfectly. I guess if you've got a very extreme personality and you're reflecting that very, like quite a lot with your design, if you're kind of counteracting them, it can work very nicely, and it can be I think that can be even more iconic. You know what I mean? I think a lot of lolly VTubers do this very well. Like, they have like very cutesy looking designs and they're fucking crazy, you know? I feel like Pip is a good example of this, of the Gap Moe kind of thing. I don't really have, personally, like, I'm not Gap Moe, but I see a lot of VTubers that do this very nicely and very well, very effectively, and it can add to their, I guess, their design, their personality, and it can also add to their branding very nicely as well. You know what I mean? Yeah, so that's also something that you can do and to take into account. But I guess it's really effective if you've got like a very opposing personality to your design. So I got a tip for you guys, okay? That's me. I'm so intelligent and smart, okay? Here's my little humble tip, okay? A common mistake is only basing your VTuber design on lore that is only brought up once on debut. Unless your content has something specifically to do with your lore, or if your lore is never brought up again, then it may not be a good idea to do this. A lot of VTubers only mention their lore once in their debut stream, and then never again, and never again, and they never do anything relating to it again, which can leave viewers very confused, and in turn less excited about your character design. A huge backstory isn't necessary in creating a cool VTuber design. However, if your design is specifically to do with your lore and content too, then that could even be more appealing to viewers. Just think about this before feeling like you need a huge backstory. Because I'm not calling anyone out in particular, you know. I think a lot of VTubers, when they get into it, they're like, wow, I can be anyone I want to be. Let me have this huge, crazy lore to do with my character, and then never talk about it again. That can be really confusing for people, especially people that don't watch debuts or are just coming across in your content. Say you're a comfy ASMR streamer, but you look like a crazy demon. You know what I mean? Why? What's the story behind this? You know, they never reference it again. It doesn't work very well. However, I feel like having a design that reflects your lore can also work really well if your content has something to do with it. For example, let's see. Let's say that you're a VTuber that has I don't know. I need to think of an example off the top of my head. Oh, Onigiri is a very good example of this. The indie VTuber. She's got an onigiri themed design, and a design relating to food, and she fucking cooks. That's great. That's a great example of having a design similar to what you're doing. You know what I mean? I have better examples as well as we go along about designs that fit what the character's doing very well, and I'll be talking about this later because there's one girl that I really have in mind of a very good example of this. But yes, horror-themed VTubers do this very well if they've got horror-themed content and they look really scary. I feel like that works very, very well. So I guess it depends as well. Like, for example, I don't have any crazy lore. I'm just a rabbit. I don't know. Like, you don't need to have crazy lore. However, it can be really good if you do. I'm not saying lore is a completely terrible idea. You just gotta think about why you're deciding to have this crazy lore. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, now that we've talked about iconic features, let's talk about how do we turn these iconic features into a design. I've got some designs here that I think are really nice. Just because, I don't know. I think they look cool. I don't know. I just think they look really cool. I just really like them. But yeah, so let's talk about this a little bit, okay? And I've got some good examples in my own design, how I've done this personally as well. So I've taken these concepts into account for myself as well. Let me just have some coffee quickly before I continue. Yeah, green triangle girl. Okay, I will talk about this something quickly as well. A lot of the time with a VTuber design, you shouldn't to kind of, I guess, have an iconic features and personalities and stuff like that. It's probably best if you can quickly sum up your design or your character in like 3 to 4 words. You know what I mean? Let's do an example for me. Crazy. No, not crazy. Sorry, no, not crazy. Not crazy. Humble rabba head. 3 words. 3 words. People will know what you're talking about, you know, or humble clover rabbit, something like that. If you say clover rabbit or, you know, humble clover rabbit, hey, that's Giggles. That's Giggles Magoo. That's me. You know what I mean? Green triangle woman. I wonder who that's talking about. Crazy pink rabbit. I wonder who that's talking about. Tomboy brown horse. I wonder who that's talking about. Very evil scientist. I wonder who that's talking about. You can kind of create a good sense of character with a couple of words, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So we'll talk about this a little bit more and how you can effectively do this in a design. So once you've decided what your iconic design features will be, as we talked about in the last slide, then you will need to start playing around with design concepts. The best way to do this is to create a base model and a character sheet. Even if you can't draw, just give it a little try, okay? Just give it a little try. No, orange woman bad. What about 2 Hat Samantha? No, I'm kidding. I love her. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I love Kiara. I'm sorry, Kiara. I love you. Oh, I didn't mean it. Anyway. So you'll need to start playing around with design concepts and create a character sheet. Even if you can't draw, give it a red hot go. Give it a little try. Actually, this is a very good exercise to do if you already have a VTuber character in your head. A fantastic exercise to try and do is to try and draw yourself in give yourself 20 seconds to draw your design, right? You'll usually go first with the things that you kind of stick out to you in your design. So if I'm gonna draw myself, I'd probably start with an off-the-shoulder t-shirt. I'd do my big ears and I'd do my big clover. You know, that would be the things that I'd be drawing first to kind of create a recognizable look. And even with a tiny little sketch, you can create a really cool looking design that way. Sorry, let me make it so my Japanese shit pops up. So yeah, that's a really good thing that you can do. So that's something that you can do. But yeah, make sure that VTubers are often given a main outfit and later choose alternate outfits, with their main outfit being a central part of what dictates other design choices and themes, such as a stream overlay and merchandise. So a good way to effectively kind of brand yourself is to make, I guess, good choices in your overlay and theme and stuff like that to do with your model. An example for me is I put a lot of colors that are shown in my model, in my overlay. I have my clover in the ear on my head in my logo. You know, I've got stuff like that. So there's good ways to do this in your own things. Just make sure you base everything about yourself and stuff like that, okay? So I've got a few tips now on how to make these design choices pop out of your character for clarity, okay? Also, something good to do is a little test that you can try is zoom out a lot on a VTuber model and see what things pop out if you've zoomed out a lot. Those will usually be your iconic design features. It could even be that you've got huge eyes, or it could even be like a very intricate outfit. It can literally be anything. You don't need to have animal ears or anything like that to have an iconic looking design. Actually, these examples I specifically chose because they weren't animals. A lot of people feel like they need to be kimono mimis to kind of have a good looking design, but you really don't need that. You just need to have effectively positioned design features that look good in a silhouette and also are very cohesive together. So this is something very important for VTubers. Put your important features on top, okay? So for most VTubers, they stream in a way that is only showing 1/3 of their body, so their face to their torso, which you can see right now with me. Viewers will be seeing this portion of your design the most, so it's important that you'll be putting any notable parts of your model that you want to show on the top half. Whether that be logo, design, jewelry, scars, etc. If it's important, then bring it to the top. I think the best way to do this is to put your all of the important things to the top, and then mirror those important things on the bottom of yourself. Or you can kind of make it a little bit, what's it called? You can make it a little bit mirrored, I guess, if that makes sense. So I feel like there's a lot of VTubers that effectively do this very well, especially if you've got something important to your lore, some kind of logo or something like that. Make sure you put it on the top. Make sure people can see it at all times, because that's gonna make you stand out as a character. So something you can do that I can kind of demonstrate. Now most of you may have not seen my old model, but on my old VTuber model, my ears were a lot smaller and my clover was a lot smaller. I've made this huge because an important thing to do for an effective silhouette and to create iconic design features is to exaggerate the size. Make everything important bigger. Literally, make it all bigger, okay? Another tip is to make those important features and make them bigger. Doing this can create some super unique shapes for your silhouette and can differentiate your design from others. You can see a lot of cartoon artists do this as well. They'll make huge fucking feet, huge hands, huge face, make it bigger, okay? That's how you make yourself stand out. Even if it's a bit unconventional, make it bigger, 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 please! Make it not boring, make it big, okay? Make it stand out. So yeah, let's see. It's a good way to draw the viewer's attention to that specific part and to show them who they are, who you are, sorry. For example, if my clover was tiny and my ears were small, it would be a lot harder to differentiate me from others. How would you even know I'm a rabbit? So you need to make anything important bigger, okay? Or you can make them super small, but in an effective way. Some people have tiny little ears. It doesn't mean that you gotta have huge ears. It just means that you gotta have the important parts like really super duper big, okay? But exaggerate with your size. This can also help your silhouette a lot as well. As you can see, like in my silhouette, my clover kind of sticks out on my silhouette too. It's important to kind of have those and stuff as well, okay? Also something important to do, and again we'll touch on this later, but you can play around the color as well. So as I briefly mentioned in my last slide, a great way to make certain features stand out is to play around with color to make parts pop. Subconsciously, people will pay more attention to certain colors or associate them with different things, so it's important to take this into account when choosing colors for your design. By using certain colors, you can really make these features stand out. So, for example, if I made my clover the same color as my hair, it would be really hard to see my clover, and it would kind of look like someone took a huge shit on my head, and it would not kind of it would not make any sense. You know what I mean? You know, so I've tried to play around a lot with the color palette and stuff like that. As you can see, these girls here have played with their color palette very nicely. And an effective thing in the design is actually to make a lot of things at the bottom darker, or to make them all the same color, if that makes sense. And then bring all that color to the top to draw attention to the eyes. But I'll talk about this more later. Okay. Oh my god, look at that. Did you see that? Wait, can we try again? Wait, watch this. Please, please. I tried really hard. Look. Oh my god, it flew away. Where'd it go? Okay, so now I'll be touching on the importance of color, okay? Look at these two VTubers, okay? There's huge differences with color, and I'll talk about this now, okay? So, we'll be kind of touching on color theory, and can I mention, these kind of color things, there's lots of different kind of color combinations that you can choose, but I'll kind of be touching on the main three, okay? So, using different colors and understanding the meanings behind them, and the feelings that they can provoke is super important to think about in a VTuber design. As I mentioned previously, it can help certain parts of a model stand out, but there are also other ways that you can utilize color in design. So, we'll talk about personality and expression using colors. So obviously, this is very simple. We see this in lots of different kinds of media. Think about Inside Out for a good example. Joy, yellow, sad, blue. You know, these are things that kids can understand in association with color. But it's more so like the color combinations that you're using is the important part. But you know, colors can be used to express different aspects of a VTuber's personality. For example, bright and vibrant colors might convey energy, enthusiasm, or friendliness, while darker or more subdued colors could suggest mystery, sophistication, or seriousness. This isn't always the case. It also has to do with, I guess, art style that you've used, the combinations of colors that you're using, as well as different design features that you have. But this can also help if you want to add a certain, you know, sense of joy and childishness, or if you want to add a certain amount of like mystery to a design. These things can really help. So even using a certain low or high saturations of color can change a viewer's first impression of the VTuber and their personality just from their model. So we'll talk now about audience appeal using color. So now, I'm not trying to like say that, oh, like, I'll explain this afterwards. I'll just read this paragraph and then I'll explain what I'm trying to say. The choice of certain colors can attract specific audience demographics. Now, this is demographic, so it's not everyone that watches them, but it's like more so of a demographic. So this can be clearly seen when a new wave of VTubers come out in a company, for example. So think about the waves that come out in HoloLive as a very easy example of this. So you can see certain people gravitate towards certain colors and aesthetics just due to the model alone. For example, pastel bright colors generally appeal to a younger demographic interested in a cute aesthetic. This can also be used, I guess, with art style as well, a more simplistic art style. So I'm thinking about Galgura or Kobo or like something like this, you know. I'm not saying everyone that watches them are children, but they have more so of a younger leaning demographic and a more childish feel to them, if that makes sense. That's more so what I'm trying to explain. While bold, darker gothic colors may attract viewers that seek more a personal, down-to-earth feel. For example, like Shiori and Ina. So you can see, you know, put Shiori and Gura next to each other. I mean, we can see different things, and kind of just for art styles and color alone, I think it reflects their personality and content very well. So I feel like, yeah, you can kind of see the difference in appeal, and think about their fan bases as well. You can kind of see the difference in that with the colors that we're using. So I have a couple of different color palettes that can kind of explain this more. So we're talking about colors, now we're talking about color palettes specifically. So we can, there's three main color palettes that I see a lot in VTuber models. So these are complementary color palettes, analogous color palettes, and monochromatic color palettes. So I'll explain that after I've read these things. So complementary colors positioned opposite to each other in the color wheel. I was talking about complementary colors when I was talking about the difference between Kodane and wait, I'll show you. I'll go back. I'll go back and show you. So as I was talking about, these Kodane and Akayu, they've got complementary color palettes. Not both of them, sorry, but I'm saying like positioned together, they've got a complementary palette, if that makes sense. So let me kind of go back, but that's kind of what I was talking about previously. So they're positioned opposite each other in the color wheel. They can create a dynamic contrast that draws attention and adds depth to the VTuber's design. So I guess it can kind of give you more of a wow, like kind of in your face kind of feel for a color palette, if that makes sense. So pairing warm hues with cool tones or contrasting saturated colors with muted shades creates a visually striking composition that captures the viewer's attention. Now, it's important, I guess, when you're using a complementary color palette, that you position things correctly. Because say you've got a complementary color palette, and you've kind of, I guess it's all a complete muddle of colors. You know what I mean? Yeah, it can give you a good look and it can make you stand out, but sometimes it can be a bit too much. So if you're using it, you just got to be really careful about the positioning of everything, making sure it's not like too much. Now I'll be talking kind of about analogous colors. So analogous colors, those situated next to each other on the color wheel, give VTuber designed a harmonious palette that exudes coherence and balance. So Finana is actually a very good example of an analogous color palette. It adds a great amount of cohesion to a design, although it doesn't stand out as much as say if you're using a complementary color palette. So analogous colors in character design allows a seamless blending of hues, creating a visually pleasing and unified appearance. So these can actually be very effective. Green lady. Why don't I remember? Am I stupid? Green lady. Green woman. What's her name? She's got an analogous color palette too. And Fauna. Duh. Sorry. Fauna works very well. Yeah, Fauna utilizes the analogous color palette extremely well, because she's got more of a comfy, quiet, I guess, voice. She does ASMR stuff sometimes. She's very cute. So it kind of works very well, and adds kind of a comfy kind of feel to her design. And I feel like this works very well with VTubers that are going to be doing ASMR content. You know, or like sleepy content or like stuff like that. It makes you feel very relaxed and calm and happy looking at it. Complementary, I feel like, can work better for VTubers that, you know, want to play really like really over the top, you know, spooky games, stuff like that. Like it really pops out at you. Now I'll be talking more about a monochromatic color palette. So this is the one that I have, I'd say. I'd say a lot of VTubers use the monochromatic color palette. So the thing with the monochromatic color palette is that it's like usually they'll use or they can do analogous with black. So I see most of the time analogous color palettes with black or analogous colors with white is a very popular choice for VTuber models. But monochromatic also works well. In my humble opinion, I feel like monochromatic is my favorite. The monochromatic color schemes, although it's harder to pull off, colors consist of variations of a single color, which creates. So I feel like Gura kinda does. She's got like monochromatic with white. Kinda. Yeah, kinda. Yeah, she does. Create a visually cohesive and impactful designs by exploring different shades, tints, or tones within the same color within the same color family. A VTuber design can still have that sense of harmony while also maintaining a striking visual presence. In my opinion, having the best of both worlds, opposed to the complementary and analogous palettes. So it adds a good amount of cohesion, but it's also standouty. Complementary, really standouty. Analogous, really calming. Monochromatic, best of both worlds, although harder to pull off because sometimes if you don't do monochromatic color palettes right, it can look boring. So I feel like usually I'd say the simplest thing to do is kind of what I've done is you do monochromatic with a pop of color. Or actually, is mine monochromatic? Not really, is it? Hang on. Not really. Blue, green. No, it's more analogous actually. Yeah, it's more analogous, I guess. I've got more of an analogous color palette because I've got blue, green, which is all together on the color wheel, but then I've got dark colors like gray, which I guess is also next to each other on the color wheel, and black. Do I have a bad VTuber design? Oh no, I don't know. It doesn't matter because yeah, usually you can use like a bunch of colors together, and then your important feature, you can put that in a different color. So let's use the examples of Gura and oh my god, Shiori, for example. Sorry, I'm nervous. I'm nervous today. So Gura, she's got her whole shark thing going on, which is really good. But, sorry, it doesn't show it on this model, but we all know that little mouth thing she's got on her shirt, which is in all her branding, right? That's the important part. What is it? Oh my god, it's like red, okay? That's like a different color to the rest of her, which stands out. Shiori, she's got like kind of an analogous color palette going on, but hang on a minute. Her fucking beautiful, gorgeous eyes, different color, totally different color, actually complementary to the rest of her. Also a good example is Fuamoko. They've got monochromatic color palettes. The important part is actually complementary to the rest of them because their eyes match each other's outfit designs, and they're also complementary to each other. So they're a good example of complementary color palettes with different VTubers standing out together as well. So yeah, it's an important part of character design and more of an important feature than you may think. So yeah, now we'll be talking about intricate outfits and how to do them right. So I've got some, I'll talk about this a little bit, but I've got some examples here of like kind of really, oh yeah, so Oshiri is a good example of a very intricate design, but it has to do with her lore and her theming. I'm too fucking stupid to even understand everything around her palette, but it's all parts. So she looks at I've watched a lot of her streams. She looks at like rocket stuff. She's a rocket themed VTuber, and she looks at like rockets taking off and stuff, and stuff like that. She's like really fucking smart. Yeah, so yeah, she watches rocket launches on her streams. Please check her out. I'll put all the VTubers that I'm talking about today in the descriptions of my video. But yeah, so she's got a very nice cohesive color palette. It is I guess she's kind of using a different color palette, but it looks really nice. It looks really nice. It's very nice and cohesive still with all the things involved in her lore, if that makes sense. So if you want to do something like this, everything that's in your VTuber design has something like behind it, has a reason behind it. I say do it. I say go for it, because this can make you stand out as a VTuber. So I'll talk now about intricate outfits and how to do them right. So it's totally okay for a VTuber to have a fancy, intricate outfit, but I notice a lot of VTubers tend to follow the already popular trends seen in character designs in games and for fellow VTubers. So the past year I've seen a huge influx of VTubers, for example, wearing techwear as a design choice for no specific reason. I've seen a lot of the same jackets, specifically with VTubers a lot. They've got the same jacket, like a ton of them, for no reason. It has nothing to do with their lore, it has nothing to do with anything about them at all. And I don't really understand. I don't really understand why they've got it. Techwear can be super cool. I actually really love techwear and VTuber designs. But you know what's better? If they've got techwear on for a reason, like Lumi does. So even if you just like fashion and it's a style that you enjoy wearing, or if you're themed around sci-fi or robotics, it's really cool to have techwear. The issue I see mainly is of VTubers who think they need to have a design like that because it's what all the other VTubers are doing. Maybe make a design that's personal to you and your character. So yeah, they all really have the same jackets. But I think if you add like your own unique features to it, I think it can be a really cool and effective design. So another example of VTubers following trends in anime and games is the popularization of gacha games, such as Genshin Impact, and using their designs to inspire their own outfits. There are a lot of cool and interesting outfits in these games, don't get me wrong, but I think that unless there's a specific reasoning behind the design choices that you're making, following gacha as inspiration may be a difficult idea, especially if you're looking for personalized designs. I think a lot of the time, with the way that gacha games and the characters in them are created, it's for all the characters in a game to kind of be unique but cohesive together. And I feel like it can be a little bit soulless sometimes. So I think there are some really cool ones. But again, if you don't have your own personal spin on it, or anything to do with your content, and you've just got like a really Genshin looking design for no reason, I feel like that can be a bit tricky. So yeah, I don't know. Say you're able to create a nice personalized design with a lot of details, however. So say okay, you put personality into your design, and you've done something where you've got like a lot of different elements that you want to put into your design, a lot of nice themed elements that you think kind of add a lot of character to you in your design. So how do you put them all together? How do you make them look cohesive together? And how do you tie them together? So I think we utilize the color theory that we learnt previously. So I feel like if you've kind of got like the right color palette, you can kind of make anything work. Both these girls, as I've got as examples, have really cool kind of color palettes. I'd say I try to use a general rule to use like 4 to 5 colors like in a design. You could put more if you want something specific to stand out, or if you want to add a little bit of like to break it up a little bit. But I feel like it's best to do 4 or 5 colors with a design, especially if it's very intricate, to kind of make things I guess stand out nicely, and to make things look all cohesive together as a whole unit. But I think as long as things are strategically placed, even if you've got like because I know some VTubers are like, well, I want my design, like my whole thing is I have lots of colors in my design that are very colorful, and I really want that to be shown in my design. I kind of want it to be all over the place but still cohesive. As long as, even if you have a shit ton of colors, as long as you place them in a nice uniform manner where things work together, you can really get away with a lot. You just need to place them in kind of good positions to make it look polished. So you can do that too, but just as long as it balances it all out nicely by using kind of the color palette stuff that I was talking about previously. I feel like you can do that pretty easily. So having both an intricate design with cohesion can be a difficult thing to achieve in a VTuber model, but I have some great examples of intricate designs that have great reasoning behind them / amazingly themed outfits, such as Usui Clear and Honolumi. They're great examples of an intricate design done right, with reasoning and imagery behind the placement of each detail, and techwear done right, setting you an amazing theme and feel to a character design. So I'll talk about Honolumi for a second here. By the way, she gave me permission to put her model in. Yeah, so she's a robot. She's a robot, and she learns about kind of humans by playing retro games. She's an awesome VTuber. I'd encourage all of you to check her out. I'll put her in the description. But yeah, she's a robot. This is such a good kind of robot design by utilizing techwear. Look, she's got cords all around. I'm too silly to know actually everything because I'm not smart enough to understand what everything means, but it looks really good. She's got this great jacket that frames her face nicely, but the red lines, actually I feel like she's utilized color very well, because you see like the red streaks in her hair. These kind of direct the eyes with the lines kind of to her face. So you've always got kind of her face right in the center. She's got a cool blue line on her face which differentiates her from other VTubers. Also has stuff to do with her lore. She's got like a big jacket that frames her nicely, gives her a unique silhouette. But even with the jacket off, she's got these like armband things, so she still has a unique silhouette even if she's got her jacket off, which I feel like a lot of VTubers lack. She's also got these cool things around her stomach. I'm too stupid to know, but it's robot-y stuff. It's robot stuff. Most of her important design features are on top, but it's also mirrored pretty nicely in the bottom as well. So she's basically, I think, a perfect example of a nicely done themed tuber. You know, she's got everything to her theme, because she mentions it in her stream, and it's got to do with her content. It's mirrored very nicely from the top to bottom. She's got important features on top. She's got a nice color palette. She's got a very nice what's it called? Complementary color palette. She does. She's got blues and golds together, which is a nice complementary color palette. So I feel like it's and it's techwear done right as well. She's not doing it because it's popular. She's doing it because it's got to do with her design. So I feel like it's really a very nicely done design. So if you want something nice to go off of, if you're a robot, or if you want to do that kind of stuff, I feel like she's a great example of it done very nicely, and done right. So yeah, I just wanted to put her in because I feel like she did a really good job. But that's kind of how to do intricate outfits. I'll talk a little bit about non-intricate outfits, because with my design, for example, and let me go to my design here. I had to censor at the bottom, but this is a good example of my VTuber model. It's nothing crazy, but I tend to find with my own designs and designs I personally like, I tend to go for I guess like kind of more anime-like designs and game designs, because I feel like a lot of anime characters, because they're put in animation, they got to be drawn a lot of times, they've got more simplistic designs. So I went for kind of more of a simplistic look for mine, and then with my other outfits, I kind of tried to add more of a what's it called, like a detailed feel with my other outfits as well. So that's kind of like my color palette as well on the left side here. I feel like it's got like a nice, yes, and this is an important thing as well. Okay, so there's something, I think it's called the ladder theory. It's like something with color, with like, sorry, not color, with your design. So say if you're going to draw a part, draw like lines, 2 lines down the side of your character, and then you're gonna draw a diagonal line with every part that is asymmetrical. You kind of create a ladder. If the ladder looks like it's gonna be a difficult ladder to climb, then you've kind of done it correct. So there needs to be a good amount of elements that are non-symmetrical. So I've done that with making my bangs not symmetrical. I've done that by having clover at the side, and then I put the other side of the ladder to have my kind of shirt off the shoulder. It would look a little odd if I had my shirt off of my other shoulder, so I feel like I've done that well. If I kind of changed, you know, it to have my bangs on the other side, I feel like I've done that nicely. Although I do have symmetrical kind of lines on my socks, just because a personal pet peeve of mine is not having socks pulled up, because I don't like because I feel like it can add a lot to a design as well, but most VTubers I see like don't have even socks, which is totally fine. But when I wear socks, I want them to be totally like, I want them to be completely symmetrical. Like, I hate if I've got one sock down, and I wanted to make my design based off of myself, so I wanted to have it like that instead. But yeah, that's the reason why I did what I did with this kind of stuff. I'm gonna say that my design is simple, but I think it's also effective with my branding. For example, the ears and the clover are a focal point of my design, and the way that I put that in my branding is putting clover in my branding as well as my ear, so it's kind of a callback to my design as well. The carrot on my shirt, I've got that kind of, at least in some capacity, in every part of my outfit. I've got the lines on my socks in my logo as well, and in other kind of designs I've got similar kind of stuff as well. So I've kind of got like something going on for my design here, but it's nothing crazy, but it's a casual outfit. I feel like a lot of VTubers kind of go for a very intricate design initially, and then they go for a more casual design afterwards. But I wanted, for me, kind of to go with like a casual design first and then an intricate design later. But you know, maybe more outfits coming soon. I guess we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I wanted to talk a little bit about that too. We've kind of gone through all of the tips that I had for now about VTuber designs. but I have some models to show off later and to talk about. But I wanted to know if you guys had any questions before we go on to talking about the tweet that I did and talking about other VTubers' designs as well and how I feel about them. If anyone has any questions, I'd be more than happy to answer them. If any of you want to be VTubers or have like questions about design stuff, let me know. Okay, I'm just gonna have a little bit of coffee very quickly. Okay, let me just have a little bit more. Okay, I just need some coffee before we start. One second. So, any examples of modeled color designs like you were talking about? Actually, at the end, I want to show some more character designs that I like. I've got a whole folder of them saved. But I'll show them later. Also, there was something I wanted to talk about and touch on quickly as well, of another way to differentiate your character design, which is having a unique art style. So Anya's a good example of this. Also, Sigrid and Bird are good examples of this too. Anyone from Bombs is a good example. Having your own unique kind of what's it called? Having your own unique, like, I guess, art style is a good way to differentiate your design as well. So that's another way to do it. Okay. How difficult is to get your tail through the shirt? Oh, really difficult. I don't even want to talk about this. It's terrible. So let's talk about this quickly. Let's see what you guys have. How do you find a good artist? That is a tricky one because a lot of VTuber artists are extremely busy. I'd say a good thing to do, when I look for artists in general, I try to start on Scab and then DM them. Or if not, I look through I actually look at videos of rigging and see like what artists have done that specific model, because some artists will do just normal art and they won't do VTuber models. So I'd say look at your rigging, look at rigging videos and then see if you like specific artists that have done some rigging. I mean, usually their commissions are closed, but you may get lucky. But make sure if you're starting off, I'd say go into it with an idea of what design you're looking for and what kind of feel you're going for, and then look for certain artists with that feel, and maybe they will draw a model for you. Make sure the issue is with artists is a lot of the time they're extremely expensive as well, so make sure that you have you know, make sure that you have enough money to spend on it, because it is, I guess, like, it is an investment in a way, although you could also go with a really cool kind of cartoony art style that's a little bit more simple for artists to draw, so they may get you to pay less. That's a good way to kind of get around that. Start with a cartoony style, or even start with a PNG. A lot of PNG VTubers start there, and it's a good way to see if they like streaming, and if they want to continue drawing it, and they can get like a model based off of that PNG. Yeah. Unique art style feels hit or miss, to be honest. No, I completely agree with that. I think it is very hit or miss, because sometimes it just doesn't work very well, but sometimes it does. It's very effective. I think it's effective if it matches a specific style that they're going for in content, or if it matches their personality really well. Meat's a good example of it done right. She's like a little cave woman. I feel like she's got a very unique art style, and I feel like it matches her personality very nicely. So I think it just, I guess it matters. It depends on what kind of content you're going for and what kind of what you're going for, if that makes sense. You know, what is your advice for Aspies starting out regarding models? I'd say a good advice is to, even if it's tricky to do, try and draw out what you're looking for with your model the best. Even if you suck at drawing, just try to draw it like what you're looking for and see if it works. And kind of do what I mentioned, we're trying to choose your unique features and stuff. so I feel like that would be the first thing to do, and then try and get a PNG. And if you don't want to do that, and if you want to go straight to VTubing, try and get, what I did is I got like an artist that was pretty cheap to draw a model, like a concept, and then based off of my model, and then start with that. You can literally use Fiverr for it. It's a good way to get started, I'd say. You don't need a crazy good model to get started. I think I don't know, I had a good amount of people watching, even though I didn't have the greatest model starting out. I think it's more so on the content that you're planning to do and stuff than the model. Yeah. Yes. What if, hang on a second. Also, your style should extend past the model into overall design. Yeah, that's true. A good thing to do as well is to try and think about what your model would look like in other styles. That's a great way to think about it as well. Whether that be, a lot of people, what they do is try to think about a fumo of your model. Try to think about if it was a little plushie or a little fumo. You know what I mean? What design features would stick out on a fumo plushie of you? Would it work? Would it not work? You know, can your features kind of be boiled down into a very chibi little plushy form, if that makes sense? How would that kind of work for you? You know what I mean? Yeah. Oh, hi, hello. Look for the customizable models too. Yeah, that's a good idea as well. That's something that people do. Even start with an adoptable. Adoptable models are great, or customizable models as well. Hello, by the way. I'll be talking about your models soon. Yeah. And having it drawn out even badly could help commission artists get a better idea of what you want. That's what I did, actually. I kind of had a good idea of what I wanted my model to look at from the beginning. I fantasized for a long time about being an anime girl, so I had a good idea of what I wanted before I started. But you can kind of really be whatever you want, you know what I mean? Yeah. Kiki Fumo, when? Soon! Adoptable sounds like an animal shelter, yeah. I guess it's kind of like an OC, if that makes sense. Oh, also, I have a very important piece of advice, okay? A very important piece of advice for any people starting out with VTubing, okay? Don't put copyrighted material into your designs, please, I beg you. Please! Don't put any copyrighted material in it at all, because technically, if you're streaming and making any money off of your content, you could be bonked really badly for that. So please make sure that you don't do that. Nothing. No Sanrio, no Pokemon, nothing like that, because you could be fucked. You could be fucked, especially if it's a Japanese company, because their copyright laws are scary, okay? Don't get involved with that. Make your own stuff. Also, don't copy other VTubers' designs, please, because people will notice, and people will be really mad at you, and it will ruin any chance that you had at making it as a VTuber. Please, okay? Please don't. Please. Yeah, my entire character design is ruined. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to do this, okay? Yeah, please just be careful when you're making models. You know, that you have your own idea in mind and your own content. Don't steal it from anything. Don't steal any ideas, okay? Yeah. Anyway, yeah. What did I miss? Not much. You know, I'm just talking about stuff. Yeah. If you copy another VTuber, people will just call you Walmart brand. Yes, exactly. That's what people will say. So you gotta be super careful that you've got your own kind of concepts when it comes to model design. You can just differentiate it, you know? You can be inspired by someone, you know, or like inspired by an idea, just as long as you make sure that you differentiate it in some way in your design, if that makes sense, okay? Yeah, or the whatever at home, you know, it's not worth it, I'd say. It's really, really not worth it. But yeah, I'm gonna be now talking about... So I made a tweet to VTubers, and I said, like, give me a character sheet or give me a couple of your models or designs, and I'll be talking about them and saying how I feel about them. I won't be... People will, like, roast me or whatever. I'm not gonna roast any of you. I'm not gonna roast anyone. I just want to talk about what I like about it. I'm not gonna be mean. You know, I mean, if I don't like it, I'll be honest, but I'm not gonna be mean purposefully. I'm not gonna roast people, no. Hang on, I need more coffee. I just chugged a whole mug. Yeah, so because I know people when they make a model, like they put a lot of effort and work into it. Like all the stuff I said that you need to do to make a character design, it's that and like way more. People put their whole heart into making a model and making a model idea and a concept and stuff like that. So I don't want to be too like rude or whatever. I don't want to be too rude about people's models and stuff. And also, I didn't see any of them that I was like, oh, like that sucks. Because I think an important thing to do as well is not to think about, because a lot of people can be blinded by a great art style. If that makes sense. So I'm not going to take art style into account when it comes to model. I'm going to be talking about like if this same model was drawn in any other art style, does the design still hold up? I think that's a very, very important thing to think about if you're making a VTuber model. Does my design still hold up in other art styles or not? A lot of people do things where they draw the same character in different art styles. And they always tend to have elements that hold up between no matter what art style you get. A great way to see this is in fan arts and stuff as well. Like how do they draw your character in fan arts? Yeah, so that's something to think about as well. Yeah, so you know how it is. Yes. So I'm gonna look at this now, okay? And I'm gonna be talking about other VTuber models and designs and stuff. So I hope that you guys like all these models and stuff. At the end, I don't have them in the description now, but at the end I'll update my description with all of these people's you know, Twitter names and stuff. So if you want to follow them, I'd really appreciate it. You know, these people were kind enough to see my tweet and to respond, and I think that it's very brave and nice that they were able to do this, because I think I'd be nervous to do it. But yeah, I would love to know your guys' thoughts and opinions. I'm sorry if I get any names wrong or pronounce anything incorrectly. I'm terrible with names and pronunciation. So I'm sorry in advance, because I know I'll get at least one incorrect. Alright, so this is Chai-chan, or I think it's Chai-chan. It's got a 4 in it, but I think it's an 8. Oh my god, okay. I remember you rated me on Twitch, and I saw your model, and I was like, holy shit, this is fantastic. I love the model. Okay, I don't even know where to start with this. I don't even know where to start, because it's got amazing features, many amazing features on it. So let's kind of start with what I'm talking about here. So, great silhouette created with that tail. Whether it's up or down, that tail creates an awesome silhouette. Your pigtails are cute. I love how long they are. That also differentiates you a lot. I see you put a lot of your important features on top, and it's mirrored very nicely in the bottom. So for example, you've got kind of that collar, you've got the chain, but that chain also loops around to the bottom. You've got kind of your sleeves on, but you've got these like little like these little belts around your sleeves almost. And it kind of, and you've got the collar and you've got those things around your ankles, which I think is a very nice way to kind of balance out the red in your design. I love the way that the colors are working for you. I also like actually that you put kind of your dress is a little bit more navy blue than completely black, and you've got more of a navy kind of sock on. I also like that one is a tight and one is a sock. Usually I don't really like one sock up and one sock down, but I feel like this actually breaks out your outfit quite a lot and adds a good thing to I think your design is a perfect example of the ladder theory, because you've got like, you know, you've got lines that are kind of going across you, you've got lines that are kind of downwards, you've got lines that are kind of like up and down, like kind of your tights and your socks as well, but it all still looks cohesive and balanced. Also really like the tuning eye patch, and when it comes off you've got like a white eye like that. I think that's really cute. I think it adds a lot to your design. I don't know, I just really like it. I like the red streaks in your hair too. I feel like that frames your face very nicely. I think this is a really solid design. I think it's really cute, and I feel like it would hold up really nicely no matter what style it was drawn in, and it would be an iconic kind of design. I think because of the colors, because I mentioned there's a lot of demon VTubers, there's a lot of demon VTuber designs, but yours is unique for many different reasons. I also think like the little, I don't know, I like those ankle cuffs. I like those, and I like your thick little eyebrows. You know, I feel like it works really nicely, and it's all mirrored nicely throughout your design. Also really like your jacket. It's cute, it's got long sleeves, so that adds a very nice touch to your model. And it also kind of, it's cute like with the like kind of lolly looking design. I feel like having long oversized sleeves adds to your character a lot. Like you can see a lot about your character just through your design alone. I think you did a great job with characterization throughout your model as well. You can tell a lot about you through it. Also I like the theming with the 4. I feel like that adds a lot. You know, you got the 4 in your name, you got a 4 on you. You know, 4 is a number, 4 is a bad cursed number, you know, in some cultures. So I feel like that's really nice to have in your design. It's still at the top half of your model, so you can see it while you're streaming, like with you know, if you've only got your face to your kind of torso, so you can still see it, so the important parts are still on top for that. It's mirrored nicely. I feel like it looks really great, so I think this is a very solid model. I love it. It's great. Thank you for sending your model in. It's really nice. Yeah. Okay, so this is Crumroll. I think her design is really great. I like that you showed me your logo too. I feel like it's shown very nicely in your logo, kind of what your design is kind of looking for. I think your art style fits very nicely in with it too. It's kind of more of a like what's it called, like a nice like light color palette. But I feel like there's certain things that kind of add really nice elements to your silhouette, such as your little hands. Look at the hands! Look at those! Like, you've exaggerated those a lot, and I think that adds a very nice touch. Your scarf is a very nice touch too, but you can still tell a lot about your model even without those elements on there. For example, stuff with your tail, like you always have those hands things on. I love the way that your tail is different too. To other cats that I've seen, how it's like a little spiked, like that the shoes are different, that like breaks it up quite a bit. The tuna cam thing is cute too, just in general. I just think that's a cute design element for you. You can tell kind of like with the way that this design is kind of a lot about your character too. You know, you're cute and silly, and you've got a fucking tuna can on your head. Like, come on. Like, that's cute as hell. I also like your alternate hairstyle. I feel like that's cute. Because you've kind of got your hair down here, and that actually adds a lot of nice stuff to your silhouette. Also, that tuna can breaks up your silhouette very nicely as well. But then you've got the little twin tails, and I feel like that's adorable. I feel like both are very nice for your design. It's a simplistic design, but it's done very nicely as well, I think. Because it's simplistic, but it's also got some really unique elements that will differentiate you from anyone. Like, I think you could see your silhouette, and it would be easy to point you out, without anything being too crazy. I also really like those little paw prints on your shirt, and the color palette is nice as well. It's not very pastely. It's like, well, I don't know how to explain it. It's not like as pastely as like a lot of other, I think, people would have gone for, but I feel like that works very nice for you. A lot of people choose a lot of very light pastel blues, but yours is a little bit more vibrant. I feel like that works very nicely for you. Also, as we were talking about before, I feel like the green eyes work nicely for you as you don't have any other green in your palette, so it really draws people's attention to your face. And oh, thank you so much for rating me. Hello. Hi, I'm actually going to be talking about your model soon. Thank you very much for the raid. I appreciate it a lot. We're actually talking about VTuber designs right now. Micah, I can't wait to talk about yours because I feel like you were so underrated. I can't wait, actually. But yeah, we're talking about VTuber designs right now. I'm very excited to talk about yours. But right now we're looking at Crumbs. Also, I love your shorts. Your shorts work very nicely. I feel like it works nice with your logo too. I feel like it's a very nice, unique design. Actually, is yours next? I'm not sure. No, yours is not next, but yours is in a couple of slides. Thank you very much for submitting your model too. Yeah, but I can't wait to talk about your model soon. It's very, very cute. And thank you very much for the raid. I appreciate it a lot. Okay, so this is Kino Chrome. She submitted her model to me as well. And it's a very, very cute design. I love the way that there's certain elements of your design that break up the silhouette, especially for the top. I feel like you've got the important parts at the top. I like the element of the tie. I think the tie is cute. I like it. I like the one earring. It kind of adds quite, like, I guess a little bit of asymmetry, but in the cutest way possible. Your color palette is adorable. I like it. I like the hot pink. I feel like there's not as much hot pink in VTuber designs as I'd like to see, because hot pink is very, very cute. I like I saw like angel wing clips. I can see them in your hair, and then I can also see them in your logo. I feel like that was a nice way to kind of add parts of like iconic features of your design to your logo and branding, which I think is a great way to do it. I feel like this kind of the way that you've done the top is nice, because you see a lot of Vocaloids or other anime girls with this kind of look. But the way that you've done it with the t-shirt is a very nice, I guess, kind of differentiation to other ones that I've seen before. I think it's very cute, kind of idly, but unique in its own way. I like the way that you've added sheer fabrics to the front of your design. I think that's very cute. I feel like it adds a nice pop of color and it breaks it up very nicely, like the top from the skirt as well. Also, can I just say I love the back that you've done on that on the shirt. I feel like that breaks up your design very nicely as well. I like the way that you've done that and added more color to the back of your design. You've got the important bits on top of as we've talked about before. Love the gradient on the socks. I like the way that you've done even the toenails. I think those are cute too. It's a beautiful silhouette and some nice features. I think it's very beautiful. I love your design. It's nice. And obviously the thick eyebrows are just something that I personally really love. I just fucking love thick eyebrows so much. It's unreal. Yeah, I feel like your art, despite like it could be any kind of art style that you want, and it would still look good. I feel like your model would hold up and be iconic in any art style. I just love the clips. I feel like they're very, very nice for your silhouette and for the top. I feel like it adds a good amount of like balance. It's very cute. I like it. It's very, very nice. I have like only nice things to say about this. It's fantastic. I love it. Alright, let's go to the next one. Thank you very much for submitting your design. Okay, so this is Amstel, I think is the name. Oh my god, this is sexy. I like it. I think it's nicely done. I think as we were talking about nice techwear and a nice robotic kind of design, I feel like this is a really good way to do it as well. Yeah, and it's got lore behind it too. I did check as well. It's nicely done. I love the color palette. The color palette is beautiful. I love the dark kind of earthy tones that you've used. It actually reminds me of a lot of like PC98 characters that you'll see like in those kind of kinds of games. I think it's nicely done. I love what you've done kind of with the headset. You look like you've come like straight out of a sci-fi like manga or something, or a game like from the 90s or something. It's fantastic. I love it. Yeah, it feels very PC98. It's great. I love the color palette. I think it looks very nice. I love like the way that the chords are as well, like the characterization of that. I think it's balanced nicely. I think your hair being as long as it is and as outwards as it is also balances it all out quite nicely, and kind of makes it very cohesive. I don't know, like I think the color palette is just fantastic. Yeah, Battle Angel, that's fantastic. I love it. I think this is awesome. I don't know, like I have like all these designs are so good. Also, I really like what you did with your bangs, to kind of break it up a little bit, like kind of make it a little bit asymmetrical. And I think the pose ads did that as well. And also, I don't know, the headset's nice. I want a headset like that in real life. It's very nostalgic. I think if you don't already do it, I feel like you should play some retro games or something. I feel like your art style fits really nicely with that kind of era of games and stuff. It's beautiful. Thank you so much for submitting your design. It's so nice. Yeah, you can't look anywhere else. Yeah, she has some very nice assets. Some very, very nice assets, if you know what I mean. but it's nice. It's still classy. It's still classy, even if you've got big boobs. Yeah, I feel like a lot of designs with like big assets like that will kind of only be focused on the boobs and won't be focused on anything else. But I think actually the boobs only enhance the design better. I think it adds more to that PC98 feel. I feel like it's like something like that like a Japanese man would draw as an idealized woman. A futuristic idealized woman. Does that make sense? Is that weird? I don't know. It's really nice. That's why it makes me think of that kind of stuff. Like an idealized futuristic woman that would come and that everyone would really love and be in love with. It's beautiful. You know what I mean? I think it looks really good. I love it. Thank you so much for submitting your model. It's really nice. I actually really like it. Yeah. So, oh my god, okay, so as soon as I saw this design, I think it's Giraffe Mirade? I think that's how you pronounce it. She's the villain romance option in an arrow game. Oh, I fucking agree with that. That is such a good comparison. Okay, so as soon as I saw this design, I was thinking, oh my god, I have never seen a giraffe like VTuber before like this. And I think that it's so cool. It looks so good. It actually reminds me of a character, a giraffe character. She's a fashionista giraffe in Animal Crossing, and she wears a scarf a little bit like a little bit similar to this. I think it looks really nice. And very good. I love some of your unique design elements. I love the giraffe ears. I love the bows in your hair. I think the bows in your hair actually, I feel like you have like some kind of, you must have some kind of knowledge about character design to kind of have that color nicely, I guess, moved across. I don't know how to explain it, because if you just had the red skirt, I feel like it would kind of feel like it's missing something, but the bows kind of add to it a lot. I love the way that you've put like the markings on your face, like the giraffe markings. Is kind of like freckles. I feel like they look really cute. They make you look more cutesy. Also, something that I really like is the way that you've done your shoes. They almost look like hoofs or something. But they also look like they're shoes, you know, they're not like feet. It looks really nice. It's fashionable. It's cute and fashionable. And the colors that you use for your shirt, it almost makes you feel like, you know, you do some kind of like animal content, like you've come out of a zoo or something. I think it's really cute. I love it. I love the way that you've done your pigtails too. The way that you've wisped your hair out. I feel like something that is a common mistake with long hair in character design is like, is that they kind of only put the hair straight down, and it doesn't kind of add a good, like, add a very nice, like, shape to the silhouette. But the way that you've done your hair works very nice. It also almost looks like a mane. You've got nice long legs, which I feel like work very nicely for the silhouette. Something I noticed with all these models as well is that all of your anatomy is very nice. Everyone's anatomy is perfect, but I feel like, yeah, it adds a good amount of volume to the hair. A lot of VTubers, I feel like, especially for some reason corpo VTubers, especially males for some reason, like they don't have good anatomy. Like they'll have these huge chests and tiny faces, but I feel like with all these character designs, like you've done like a really nice job at keeping the anatomy nice. The arms are the perfect length. You're a giraffe, but your neck's not like fucking super long. And also, like, you know, it's got like a nice scarf to it, which I feel like breaks it up. You know what I mean? It looks really beautiful. Like, your design is so cool and such a unique concept. It's really, really nice. I love how cute your little face looks too. It's adorable. So yeah, thank you very much for submitting your design. I feel like you've done a really good job with the color, with the unique design elements. It's just all very nice. It's very cohesive and beautiful. So yeah, thank you so much. Oh, sweet Sour. Sour-sama. Oh my god, hello. There she is. I actually really, really like this design. Obviously, as a fellow lab coder, I will always appreciate a good lab coat in a design. Yes, and something I like about the silhouette as well is the drills that you've done in your hair. It's adorable. Also, I feel like the patterns that you've done, I get that kind of pattern design on your skirt. I like that it's kind of put out on your design nicely as a nice kind of balance of color. For example, you've got the same red as you've got in your shoes at the bottom, so it doesn't look like you've lost all of that red. It's still at the shoes. It's gone all the way up from the bows in your hair to like another bow to a skirt. I feel like that is nice. A nice cohesion in color. I feel like it's got some really cool unique elements. For example, your glasses create a nice silhouette, as well as the drills in your hair. I like that the gloves go out a bit, and that they look a little bit too big for you. Like at the top, like they're kind of going off a bit. I feel like that adds a nice element to your silhouette as well, which makes you more recognizable in that sense. I love the Converse. I don't know why people are like, oh my god, haha, Converse. I love them. I love them. I think they're so cute. I love the way that they're done. I also feel like the fang is good to kind of break it up a bit, and to kind of create more of asymmetry. Having the one fang like that. Also, the buttons on the other side add to the ladder theory very nicely. I like that your socks are even. I like that your socks are even. I think that's really good. I feel like it's nice because your gloves are even too. Sometimes if you've got even socks and a lot of symmetry, sometimes a bit of asymmetry can be good, but I feel like because of the way that your gloves are and the socks are, it looks very cohesive instead of looking too symmetrical. I think you've done that very nicely. I like the addition of the glasses. Good with theming as well. I wish you did I wish you showed me a photo of the glasses on your face. I could imagine this actually working as a really nice 3D model as well. I think if you ever get 3D, that would look very nice. Like these elements would work very, very well. And also I feel like it's like a good amount of simplicity, but also it's a very good like unique character design as well, while still being simplistic. You know what I mean? Looks like a schoolgirl has put on her crazy science gear and she's ready to laugh and be fucking crazy, and I feel like that works very nice with your character. I feel like it fits you very nicely. And I know I mentioned them previously, but I just really do like how the bows in your hair break up the design very nicely. It's very cute. Yeah, I think it's a really good design overall. I think it's beautiful. Yeah, I could imagine it too. It can be reduced in style and retain its design as well. Exactly, it could be cheesified like really easily and very nicely too. You could draw this in almost any style and it could be easily recognizable. But also, something that I'd love to see with your design is just to have a toggle where okay, this is silly, but like just to have a toggle where you put like one of your hands up to like do an evil laugh. I just feel like that would be cute. It has nothing to do with your design. It just, I don't know. Every time that you call someone a baka, I just wish that you did that. I don't know. That's just something that I wish that you could be able to do. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Yeah, if she has her glasses on, they're probably still visible even when she's a silhouette. Yeah, no, exactly, that's what I'm thinking as well. It's very nice. Yeah. So, yeah, I really like it. It's very, very good. Yes, like a mad scientist kind of thing. I think it looks great. It's very good characterization of a design. Thank you very much for submitting yours. Danan! This is Hadi Pengi! Oh my god. This is one of the nicest designs that I've seen in a while for a new VTuber. I think that she's done a fantastic job with it. I think penguin girls are really cute. Especially in these kinds of designs, and I feel like you've done like a great job with it. I love like VTubers that have a randosu in their design. I think it looks really cute. I like the way that you've kind of put pink throughout your outfit. As you can see, like the tie's pink and your collar's pink too. I love all of the unique features in your design too, such as the hat that you've got on, and the hair that sticks out a bit. You've got that nice bobble in your hair that adds a good amount of asymmetry, and your micro bangs I feel like are perfect. I feel like micro bangs you'll think about. I feel like without the micro bangs it wouldn't like. I don't know, I feel like I think it like completes it perfectly. Yeah, it's got a good amount of forehead, and I feel like we don't have enough big forehead tubers. I don't think, not to say that it's big, but I'm just saying I love that it's exposed. I think it's perfect. So yeah, it's a good sailor. It's a good I guess kind of play on the sailor outfit, because a lot of tubers have a sailor outfit, if that makes sense, but yours is like a good unique feel of it, if that makes sense. Love what you've done with the kind of with the bottom with the socks as well. How you've added like your own little like you like little puffs to the outside. I feel like that's great for your silhouette as well. But I feel like the hat and the top part of your model really does its own thing as kind of, I guess, creates that really nice uniqueness. I feel like a lot of the time with lolly tubers it can be tricky to have a unique design because a lot of the lolly tubers kind of look a bit sameish. But I feel like it looks great. I love what you've done like with the shorts on it. I feel like that's very cute. I love what you've done with your hair as well, especially with the bottom bit of your hair. I feel like it doesn't look too dark up the top because you've added a good amount of white to the top of your design. For example, also you've got the red heart on top, which kind of makes adds a good thing, bit of red, kind of as you've got with your necktie and with your collar. You've got white on the top of your hat. You've got white on your shirt. You've got white underneath your hair as a bit of an underbit. I feel like it's a great play on the penguin design. Also, those eyebrows are perfect for a penguin. You know, those eyebrows are perfect. I feel like you've done a great job at characterization here and creating a great brand. It's a very iconic design. It was very, very, very good. I really like it. I also like the tail as well. I feel like that works very nicely for a penguin. I actually like that that feature when it's down. I feel like having that downwards tail works very nice as well. I mean, that's probably only for the character sheet, but I still really like it. And it could also work very good in 3D as well. I think you've done an amazing job with design. I could see this in a corpo. It's like, I mean, even if it's lolly, you know, I could see it in a corpo as like a as something that a proper character designer, you know, like one that gets paid a shit ton of money could have created themselves. It's a fantastic job. Yeah, so that's kind of yeah. What I'm thinking about with it. I think it looks very good. So thank you so much for submitting your model to me. It's really, really good. But this is Maya Lu's model, and actually I think it's a great example of a model that could be put in different art styles and still hold up and still look really good. I love what you've done with the fluffy hair. I think that's adorable. I love what you've done with the is that a beret? I'm not entirely sure, but I know that you're French, and that's very cute. It's nice. It's like a cute little amount of retro style. I feel like it would work really good if you were playing like older games or like stuff like that. If you're doing those kinds of things. Yeah, long-haired cats are kind of rare in VTubing. I actually really like it. I think it's adorable. It looks homely. Yeah, it does. I love the way that you've kind of put red throughout your model, kind of with your hat, with your bow, and then at the bottom with your tail. I feel like it could be, like, sometimes it's a little tricky to balance out kind of the color. And sometimes I feel like with a lot of tubers, like, they don't do enough with the tail. But I feel like the bow wrapped around the tail is just like the finishing touch, and it adds a really nice kind of feel to it. Yeah, it looks like something that would come out of a visual novel. It's beautiful. I also like your vest. I feel like that's very cute. And what you've done with the tights as well is kind of what I was talking about, how in a lot of VTuber designs, what they'll do is they'll kind of put dark colors on the bottom to really draw the attention to the top and to the face on the model. And I feel like you've done that specifically, and that looks really nice. Also, I just love the art style. I think it's a really good example of having a like unique art style to make the design unique. It's beautiful. I also like the little fluff on the top of your head. I just love how fluffy it is. Like I don't want to be weird, but I just kind of want to like floof it. Like, you know, put like my hands underneath your hair and go floof floof like that. It's like cute and fluffy. Yeah, like the little ahage stuff. Yeah, it's so cute and floofy. I really like it. I feel like, you know, you said in your tweet that it didn't look like unique. I feel like it does. I feel like it really does. Even the hat adds, breaks up the silhouette very nicely. And the floof on your ears. I just love how floofy it looks. I also obviously am a big fan of the a big fan of the like little like thick eyebrows. I think it's very, very cute. But yeah, I really do like it. I think it's an adorable design. It's simplistic, but it's also very effective. And I think it could be put in any art style and still look very nice. You could put it in a little plushie and it would look really good. Actually, I feel like this would be a perfect kind of design for a plushie. But yeah, I think it's an adorable VTuber model. I think you've done a great job in designing it. It's gorgeous. Yeah, thank you very much for submitting your design to me. It's adorable. You're very fluffy. Okay, so this is it Mommy? Meow? That's very cute. You've got a couple of different models or outfits that I've seen, but I'm gonna be focusing on the one on the right. Yeah, it's a very nice, effective design. It's very, very good. Yeah. Oh, that's you. Oh my god. Am I pronouncing your name correctly? Mimey? Sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. Like, oh, okay. Okay, sorry. I'm terrible at names. I'm really sorry. Yeah. Oh, Mimey. Sorry, I'm really terrible. I'm sorry, my accent is terrible. That is very cute. I really, really like it. I feel like you can tell just like from your design alone that you've got a very good like sense of fashion. This looks like something that I'd like see someone wearing and be like, oh my god, that's so cute. And actually, you know, people are saying about the long legs, but I actually really like this art style. I could see this like be put in its own model and actually still be very effective. You can see kind of how it looks from the art style to the model itself, and see that all of the unique features from the model still hold up, such as the like little pills on the top of your hair. The horns I think add very nicely to your silhouette. The hair frames your face very nicely. I also like how the wings are placed. I think that's a very nice because I feel like your wings are like they break up your silhouette very nicely. They add like a nice pop of color to the middle. And also I feel like without them it would kind of make the sleeves look too poofy and long. So I feel like it adds a nice touch to it. Also I really like the shoes. I feel like the shoes add a lot to it. It adds more like maturity to the design. And it looks really cute. And I like how you've like reinforced the wings to your shoes as well. Actually, I've got shoes kind of similar to those. I've got similar shoes to those in real life without the platforms. They're really cute. Yeah, I can tell that you wear Lolita fashion actually like in real life, because you can tell that you've got a good grasp on it from the way that you've both like kind of planned this outfit like intricately, but it's also very cohesive. And I think it's gorgeous. I love the stuff that you've done with the band-aids as well. Like the theming with the pills and the band-aids. And is that a syringe kind of at the bottom? Sorry, not at the bottom. Kind of now, like your... It is, yeah! Like under the bow. I feel like that's so cute. I feel like you've done perfect theming with your design. And then if we look at your other models, I feel like you've got a good amount of cohesion throughout all of the models. I love that one that you've got like with the crown. I think that's really cute. I like that you've used dark colors, but you add pops of color, like with the reds to kind of make it still like look very, very detailed as well. And I like the modesty in it. I think it's cute. It's like you've got modesty in some parts, and then you've got like your tummy out. I feel like it adds really perfect stuff. Yes, your syringes are ready to go. Yeah, I feel like it looks really good, and yeah, it looks like you know what you're going for with your design. I can see like in like, yeah, like an early 2000s game. I feel like a lot of these models you could see them in these kinds of games and stuff. I just also really like what you've done with the like hat, with the bonnet. I think that is, yeah, I think it's gorgeous. I love just how lacy it is, and again, I can tell that you've done a lot with it, especially with the Lolita stuff. I also like that you've got the bare shoulders out. It kind of, I guess, I don't know, it breaks up the design very nicely. How you've got like a good amount of fabric, but you've also got skin showing as well. And the holes in the tights, I feel like it's like, as I mentioned, uneven tights can be a huge hit or miss, but I think this works really nicely for you. And then I also like at the bottom right what you've done with the hair. I feel like that looks good at both. I do like the dark hair though, but both look really cute as well. I just like the addition of the dark colors with the cute little pastel colors. I feel like it's perfect for your theming. So yeah, thank you very much for submitting your model. I think you've done a great job at it. You can tell that, like, I don't know, you're very fashionable. I'm sure the stuff that you wear, like, in real life is... Oh my god, I can't even imagine. So nice as well. Let me just have some water very quickly, guys. Okay. Here we go. Let's go to the next one, okay? Yeah, a great visually striking design. Yeah, that's what I was talking about with the importance of these kinds of color palettes, because with some color palettes, like, they wash them out a bit, but I feel like this is a nice amount of striking, but it's not like too much. You know what I mean? It's really nice. Oh my god, it's a fucking monkey! Oh my god! Okay, I actually really like this design. I feel like you don't see many monkey tubers. You see some, but you don't really see a lot of them. And I feel like this is so cute. Okay, initially when I see your dress, I'm thinking like, you know, of what's it called? Wait, hang on, I need to have some more water. But I feel like it's like something like from the like Princess Peach, like something from like those kinds of games. Like you look like a princess. It's very cute, and I feel like that adds very nicely to the monkey theming that you've got. I feel like having the gloves, it breaks the colors up nicely. You've got like nice little fluffy gloves on that are like the same color as your ears. I really like the way that you've exaggerated the ahage, and you've also exaggerated the little bubbles in your hair. As I was talking about, I think having exaggerated features like that can really add unique shapes that can make the model just that much better, because I feel like if these elements were smaller, it wouldn't be nearly as impactful as how nice and like big they are. They're very cute. I just really like the mixture of colors in this design. I think with the browns and the dark and the light browns, yeah, they look like pieces of candy. They're very cute. I feel like it's a nice palette of colors. I love the eyebrows, obviously. I think they're adorable. And I like the way that, yeah, it's like a little ballerina kind of design. I think it's adorable. I love your ruffles on your dress. I love the different kind of fabrics on your dress as well. I think it's really cute. I just feel like it gives me like a retro feel. I think like a retro game kind of feel. I feel like that's how they like draw princesses and stuff. I feel like it works very nicely with this. Yeah. I also really like how the bubbles are kind of what's it called, enforced again, like in the sides of your dress as well. I feel like that adds more circles to the silhouette and makes it look cute. I also like the way that your ears are in the design as well, like how they're a little bit like, I guess, pointing down as are your eyes. I feel like it just makes it look more cute and innocent, but still looks like a little, like, you know, like you'd bite me. I don't know, like you'd cutely bite me. Is that weird? I don't know if I'm being weird with that, but it's cute. It's just very cute. And then again, as you've shown in your what's it called, your logo, I like how you've added your ears to your logo. As someone that adds ears to their logos, I like that you added that as well. I think it's very cute. Yeah, just a sneaky little nibble. I don't know, I just feel it. I just kind of can feel it. Yeah, like a super monkey ball kind of thing. Maybe it's just with the little fang. I don't know. I also like the colors that you've done for your eyes. I feel like that's very good. It draws a lot of attention to your face. I feel like everything frames your face quite nicely. And I like again how you put all the important features kind of in the top third, and then you mirror them again to the bottom. We've also got the fluffinesses, the fluffy floofies on the shoes. I feel like that kind of mirrors the choker that you've got on your neck very nicely. I feel like it's very cute. It looks really cute. It looks cute and mischievous. Yeah, I feel like this would work very well as a gap mower kind of design as well. Because it's cute, but it's also a little mischievous. I don't know what about it. It's just like, I don't know. It's just very cute. I don't know, but it's... I don't know how to explain it. Can someone explain for me? I don't get... I don't know. Here's a little water. Hang on. Maybe because it's a monkey. Maybe because you associate monkeys with like being little mischievous guys, you know what I mean? Also, I really love how long your tail is. I feel like that's really cute. I also like I think it's like a really cute amount of long. I don't know, because I feel like when you think of a monkey, you think of like one of those like long ringtails. I could see like using the tail to hop onto trees and like hanging upside down. I feel like that would be really cute. Cute art idea. Any artists out there? Draw her hanging from a tree upside down by her tail, please. Thank you. I would appreciate that a lot. But I think this is a really solid design. I think you've done a great job at kind of creating an iconic design. I could see you being put in a plushie form super easy as well. I could see people making chibis of you. I feel like it would work really well in all kinds of art style. Also like how the blush on your cheeks kind of mirror the pink of your dress. I feel like it's not, otherwise it may be a bit too brown up the top, but I feel like it kind of it reinforces the pink quite a lot. I think it's very, very cute. Yeah, it's really, really cute. Yeah, a chibi keychain where it's like the tail. I don't know. Maybe I'm ridiculous, but I feel like that would be really cute. Okay. Thank you very much for submitting your design though. I really like it. Let's schnaz to the next one. Okay, this is Mikan. I was really excited when you put your design in, because I actually really like this design. I think you've done a great job at kind of making it really nice and cohesive. Super good characterization. It's great. I remember your old model. Sorry, I'm not a stalker, I swear. But I remember when you showed your new model, I'm like, oh my god, this is like fits your personality beautifully. I love the fluffiness of your hair. I also think the dark kind of eyebrows work really nicely. The thick eyebrows work nice because they kind of match your belt and the rest of your outfit, so it's not too light up the top. I also really like how whether or not you put your coat on, it still creates a nice unique silhouette. I feel like the best way that you've done this is through like having your big gloves on. It's very cute. It's very cute. I also think it's a perfect job that you've done by like having the like really small top. I feel like it's really cute. I feel like it's so cute. It's nice. It's like got moe tomboy kind of, but still really cute. Little fellow. It's very nice. I also really like that coat that you've done. I like the fluffy floofies that you've done up the top. I like that your important design features, like the little bone that you've got kind of tying around, is still there in the top third. I like that wave pattern thingy. I'm too silly to remember what that is, but I know that it's important. I know that it's an important thing, but I can't remember what it's called. I like the fact that your socks are even too, and I really like that that you don't, with the coat on, see that the shorts are like only half shorts and that it's cut open until you take that jacket off. I feel like that's like, whoa, oh my god, help. And I really like what you've done with the top. I like that the bow is longer, so it kind of goes down your down your chest a little bit. I feel like that's a nice touch as well. That's very cute, but also, you know, a little scandalous. It's scandalous, but it still manages to be cute too, like somehow. And I feel like that's a very difficult thing to pull off. I just like the boat theming throughout your design too, such as the sailor hat that kind of adds a little bit of like a nice silhouette, a little bit of like less symmetry to the top of your design as well. Like you've got lots of things here that give you a unique silhouette. You've got that bow, you've got that sailor hat, you've got the ahoge, you've got the one ear out, you've got the fluffy hair. Like you've got everything kind of working for you here, and I feel like, yeah, you could easily, even if someone didn't watch you often, they could easily point out your silhouette from that. I also like the fact that you've made the shoes a little bigger. I feel like especially with your coat on, it's a very nice touch, and it's something that people do a lot in character design. Like they'll make the big hands with the gloves and they'll have the big shoes. I feel like that works good. I'm a sucker for some big shoes. It balances like the coat out a lot and the gloves out a lot. Otherwise it may look a little bit too, like it wouldn't look as balanced. but I feel like it goes well with it as well. You see that in Selen's design as well. I feel like it's a very nice feature. It's a very overall and iconic design. I think it's really cute. I also like how you've mirrored your design in your logo as well, with your name and with your theming and stuff. It's very nicely done. You've done a really great job. That's why I was so excited. I was really excited to get your design. Yeah, because it's really cute. Yes. Also, I didn't even mention the tail. Your tail is adorable. It's fluffy. I wanna like. I feel like it would be like the warmest, sweetest like tail ever in town. Like to ever have. I'm very jealous of your tail, to be honest. Yeah. But yeah, it's really cute. So thank you very much for showing me your design and for sending it in. It's very cute. I really like what you've done. Also, I forgot to mention the pink on your design, especially on your coat, mirrors like the pink fish and the pink bow that you've got as well. And you see that again reflected in the blue version of your design as well. You see that the colors are put out very nicely in that too, and I think that's really cute. And I think that you have a pretty good grasp on color theory, with the fact that you've changed it to blue and you've changed everything to blue. I feel like you've done that really nicely. So thank you very much for sending me your design. I forgot to mention that. Okay, Rena knows. Oh my gosh, I am so excited for you to get a live 2D of this design, because I think it's such a nice, effective design. It's really cute. It's like kind of like, I don't know how to explain it, like Arabian like theming. I think it's very cute. I love the skirt. I love all the unique shapes on your design and the good amount of color that you've got plastered throughout. I'll be mainly focusing on the one on the left. I think the one on the right is a very good alternate outfit as well. Yeah, she looks like she's from a JRPG. It's really cute. I also think the dark hair and the light skin mirror each other very nicely too. Sorry, the dark skin and the light hair. Sorry, I'm silly. They mirror each other very nicely in the design. Sorry, it's a great contrast of colors, and the fact that it kind of goes down to kind of a dark gradient kind of balances it out nicely as well. I like that you've done the same thing on your tail too. I think that's a really good design choice. I like that on like the little thing on your head. You've got like that little earring on your ear. I feel like that adds a good amount of asymmetry to your design. I really like that you've kind of got the pink plus throughout on your bows. I love that like little brace that you've got on too. The jewelry is nicely done. I feel like this is a great example of like an effectively done design with cool design elements. That kind of what's it called? With design elements that are complex, but are still simple, if that makes sense. Like they've been put in all the right places, so it's a very iconic looking design. I also quickly wanted to touch on the one on the right. As you can see, you've got this necklace on, and the necklace is really cute. I feel like that's a focal point of your design, considering it's the same color of your eyes as your eyes. Your eyes will be kind of will be drawn to that area. I feel like that's a really great thing that you've done, and you've kind of mirrored that on your anklet and on the bow on your tail as well. I really like what you've done with the right design too. I just think it's a really cute, nice outfit. I like that you've put the floof on your hands as your gloves, and then you put that floof again on your shorts. I really like the socks on this design actually. I think you've done a great job with that. Yeah, it is a classic design of complementary colors. And it's not too over the top either. It's done in a nice way where it's very cohesively done. I just love the floofiness of it. I love the floofiness of your gloves, and then you've mirrored that again on your socks. And I think the socks are cute. I like the fishnets as well. I feel like that's a great contrast of colors on the fishnets actually. I feel like the fishnets would work on the other design too if you moved them over. Those little sockies work very nicely. No, actually I feel like I like these sockies. I feel like that's a perfect example of where kind of sockies like this works very nicely, because of your little like cardigan thing that you have on, and the little those underwear lines. Oh, I love underwear lines like this, by the way, with the low cut shorts. Just I mean, I wouldn't like. I'm too nervous to wear fashion like that, but I think it's really cute, especially on a VTuber model. I feel like it looks like so adorable. So I feel like that the sock actually works with it really nicely, actually. And I love what you've done with the little those things from your what's it called, from your necklace. You've kind of mirrored that again in your hair, and I feel like that's really good to show the iconic features that you've put in your kind of original outfit. You've mirrored them again in your second outfit in a very nice way, and I feel like that's a great way to do it, as well as you've still added a good like necklace and stuff like that, so it's really humble. Yeah, you should get an outfit with those underwear lines. I don't know, maybe. Maybe. But I feel like you've done a fantastic job at making this like a really cute, effective design. It's actually a very iconic design, and I feel like it would work in all kinds of art styles, actually. It's really, really cute. It's one of my favorite designs I think I've seen. I don't know, I'm a sucker for this kind of stuff. It's so cute. But yeah, thank you very much for submitting your model. Okay, I was actually really excited to show this model or this design, because apparently the one on the left was the original that this girl drew, and then the one on the right is one that an artist drew for her. And I think this is a great way to show kind of over time, like how you can develop a model. And I think that's shown really nicely with the placement of that, like, you know how she's got a sash on the left, and then on the right she's got like that ribbon around her leg. I feel like that's a nice way, I feel like that's a really nice way to kind of take something like that and to change it and to make it into a more effective design choice, because doesn't that just break up the silhouette so much more nicely and add a good amount of asymmetry to the design? I think that's a really good way to do it. I also really like just the simplicity of this design, but it's also very iconic. I also like how you kind of change the wings to be pointing upwards. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you need kind of upwards pointing lines, and I feel like those the angel wings mirror your kind of move your what's it called? Kind of move your eyes and directs attention to your face, and I feel like that works very nicely. I also really like your hair. I feel like the little swoosh, the little floofiness of your hair is very cute as well. Oh my gosh, wait, let's read this. You're smug as well. I also like the band-aids, the addition of the band-aids. I feel like how those are kind of they frame her face very nicely, the wings do. I like that they've kind of changed the angle of the wings. Yeah, also I wanted to mention quickly, I really like the band-aids, how they kind of keep the cohesiveness of the eyes. I feel like you've gone from kind of more bluey eyes to more greeny eyes, and you've made like those greeny little band-aids. I feel like those are really cute as well. I like that you've got those bands around your arms, and they're on your wrists too. I feel like those are really cute. I like the octopus. I'm not sure what the story behind the octopus is, but I like that there's an octopus there. I just think it's cute. I like him. He looks like a little guy. But yeah, I really like it. Apparently that's an important symbol on your arm too, so I'm glad that you put that, as I mentioned, on the top third of your body. I feel like that's a nice touch as well. But yeah, this is a really good, effective design. I also like the rings around your ankles. I feel like those are really cute. And kind of add more, you know, to differentiate your design. Also, something important I think that was really good for the design as well, as you can see with the ladder theory again, the fact that the halo was moved from the very center of your head to kind of on an angle. I feel like that works very nicely. And then kind of, if you were to imagine like a line, like an angled down line, you know what I mean? It goes straight to the bow on the leg. So as you can see, like, it's an effective design choice. I feel like that looks really cute. I really like this design. I think it's really simple yet very effective. I love angel girls. I think you've done a really good job at doing it. It's adorable. I also just like that the ribbon goes down across your foot. I feel like that's a very good design choice. Yes, I like that. Thank you. Thank you for sending in your design. It's really, really cute. Yes. Okay, let's have a little look at the next one, okay? Oh, it's you! It's Micah Mallow! Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. So, I wanted to say, firstly, Micah is so, like, her model, when I first saw it, I'm like, She is so underrated, and her model is so underrated. What the hell? Like, it's so good. Not only do I just really like the art style, but with any art style, it would hold up as an iconic design. Something I really like is the choices that you've done with your colors and the theming around that. It's very tropical looking. I really like what you've done with your hair too, to kind of add some color throughout your hair. It's adorable. I love the bows kind of around your what's it called, around your legs. I feel like I love the evenness. Oh, even tights. So you've got the even tights on. It's so good. But yeah, I feel like you've done a really good job with that. I really like how you've kind of broken up the design a bit with that is that hibiscus in your hair. I mean, it adds very well to your theming. What you've got the hibiscus in your hair, you've got a shell on your kind of on your neck, kind of below that necklace. I feel like it's very cute. Very, very cute. Your hair kind of symbolizes the water. It almost reminds me of like starfish colors, you know, that you'd see like on a starfish or like a tropical fish. I feel like it's very cute. I also like the bun design. I feel like the designs that you've done with the bun is very nicely done as well, and the hair that you've done around that frames the face. And then again, you don't have the issue again of your of the hair being too long and just boring. I feel like you've got some nice features in your hair, like those little stars. And then it kind of goes out to a point as well, which I think directs attention nicely to the outwards lines that flow from your skirt. Also brings attention to the ruffles on your dress too, which I think is very cute. I'm a sucker for ruffles, a cute ruffly design. It's very cute, and the gradient in your hair is very cute as well. I feel like it's like a good amount of white in your design. I feel like it works very well for your theming. I also like the complexion of your skin tone. I feel like it works very well with the colors that are used here, like all the oranges. I also think that the detail on your eyes works very well here, here as well. And also your earring is a good, I guess, thing to make it a little less symmetrical. I also like the hibiscus. It draws attention to your face very nicely here as well. It's very, very cute. Yeah, it's a very nice wavy hair. It looks like you're like always looks like the orange on your dress symbolizes an island, and then the blue in your hair symbolizes the ocean. It's very, very cute. I think you've done a fantastic job at this design. It's very nicely done. Again, I think it looks like something that a professional, like a professional designer would have made, if that makes sense. I do like color theory. Yeah, I feel like you've made some good symbolism in your design as well. Yeah, it's very cute. I like that you showed your expressions too. I think the expressions are adorable. I like how expressive your model is as well. And I really like the art style that you've done with it as well. And it's a very good complementary color palette, as I was talking about before. As I mentioned, colors and designs can add a good amount of, I guess, symbolism to things. So you've done a good job with that as well. I think it's a very cute design. And thank you so much for sending in your design sheet, because I think you did a fantastic job. It's very cute. I also really like the buns on your model. It just looks good. The buns are very perfect for your silhouette. I think they add so much to the volume of your hair too. Yeah, 10 out of 10 design, I'd say. It's adorable. Oh, here we go. This is Bug. Now, I think I mentioned I saw a VTuber recently that I still had some of the most fantastic thumbnails ever. And I'm like, wow, she's like so underrated. I was talking about this girl, and when she sent in her model, I was like, whoa, there's no way she saw this. It was crazy that she even like noticed. She noticed me. But I actually really like this model. I feel like it's a great example of how to put effective theming in your design, with still kind of giving it that idol anime kind of game feel, if that makes sense. So something I want to draw attention to initially is kind of the like little bug, what's it called, little bug teethy like little thingies like that you've got on the top of your head. I think that's great theming. And then you've also got the antenna that you'd see on a bug from your ahage on your head. I feel like that's a really good way to not only draw attention to your face and have those downwards lines to your face, but there's so much theming here, it's ridiculous. You've got the little butterflies, I know. Actually, I've watched your old content, so I know that you used to have butterfly wings on your face. So in your hair, or whatever. So I know that it could be a callback to that. I think it's really cute. Regardless, it's nicely done. I like how you've used a different color for your eyes as well. I feel like that really makes it pop out. I'm a sucker, obviously, for those bean eyebrows. I think they're very cute. I like the wings that you've done for your outfit as well. I think that's really cute. I really like that this color palette is very nice. It's a calming color palette, but it also, I think with the gold accents, it adds a nice amount of polish to it as well. And you can see the gold accents throughout from kind of the from the hat kind of down to the outfit. I really like what you've done there. I like that the tummy is showing. I feel like that adds a good amount of stuff to break up the design. It's got like, you know, a good amount of light in it. Otherwise I feel like there may be like too much blue, but I feel like you've done the perfect job at breaking that up perfectly. I really like the, again, like with the ladder stuff, what you do at the what you've done at the bottom half is a really nice example of that. So you've got that chain kind of going down from the top to the bottom of your shorts, and then you've got that little bug at the end, which is more theming. You do have the mismatched socks, but I really like that you put the band-aid in there at the bottom to kind of still add something to the leg, so it's not completely plain. I feel like you've got either you've got a really good character designer to do this, or you're just like extremely gifted, or you've studied character design at some point, because you've done an amazing job at this. I really like the shoes as well. These are cute little idol shoes. I feel like it's a nice little idol outfit that you've made. I love the shoes. I think the shoes are really cute. And as we can see on the right side, like you've got an example of what it would look like without the shirt on and without the cape on, and I still feel like that's like a really cute like kind of bug theming with your design still without the cape or anything like that. I feel like no matter if you have like the despite whether you've got like the cape on or all the other items on, you'd still be quickly identifiable. I also do like what you've done with the silhouette at the back with those wings. As I mentioned, the wings are not only good theming, but it also like adds a lot to your silhouette. I do also like the addition of the short hair, but also with those long pieces at the front. I feel like that's very cute, and the bow at the back adds a good amount of uniqueness. And the fact that the hair is fluffy at the side is also very good for the silhouette. I think you've done a great job with your model here. And it's like very, very good professional character design. I would see a proper character design. I know I keep saying this, but I'd see like a proper character designer making this or something. It's really good. Yeah, it's really, really good. I feel like it's a great example of having unique features in a design, but also with a good amount of theming in it, and also by making it all cohesive with the use of a color palette. I feel like you've done a great job at that. Yeah. So yeah, it's not over detailed. It's a good amount of detailing. So yeah, thank you so much. Aha! It's Yena. Sorry, I'm not very good at pronunciation again. And I think this is a very good example of good use of fabrics and fashion in a design, actually. Yeah, it's very, very cute. I really like it. So I'm gonna start off with the niceness of the silhouette. So you've got those really nice horns on your head, which I feel like is very cute. And I like how the hair kind of parts around it to create like a really like interesting shape around the head to kind of draw attention to the eyes, especially with how the bangs kind of come in to your face. I feel like that's very cute. I like the buns at the side of your head. It doesn't really like because without them I feel like it would kind of go too inwards, but I feel like it creates a very, very nice balance. Yeah, I'm a sucker for horns exposing the forehead. Sorry, I feel like that's really good. It's adorable. Also something that I like about your design is how the sleeves are done. I feel like whether you have the sleeves like that or whether you kind of have your arms out to the side, it would still create an interesting silhouette. I really like the colors of the fabric that you use. It looks very realistic, like something that you'd see like something waterproof almost. I don't really know how to explain it, but it's very nicely done. I really like it. And your artist has done a great job with drawing it, actually. Yeah. Oh, I have a tail and wings and red version too, but I didn't send the whole thing. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, it kind of looks like a raincoat kind of thing. It's very cute. I like the asymmetry in your shirt as well. I feel like that's very nicely done. Kind of with your backpack, whether you have it on or off, I feel like it's still like, you know, it's still got a good amount of pink in the design too, which mirrors your hair. And then also you see that pink mirrored as well in the shoes. I really like the shoes. I love the shoes. I think they're awesome. Big shoes. I love the big shoes. I love big shoes. I love big shoes so much. It's unreal. I love the big shoes. I think it's really cute, the big shoes. I also really like what you've done with the socks. I like the belts at the top. I feel like it, I don't know, it's just very fashionable. And I see also that you've kind of mirrored that around like your wrists as well. I feel like that adds a lot. I should get some big shoes. Maybe I'll get some big shoes. Yeah, I do like the addition of the randosuru in the design as well. Also, I really like what you've done with your hair with the hair clips. I feel like it's just a little, it's like a little pop of light color. That kind of frames your face nicely in there as well. That's really good. And I like the gradient on the horns. I think that's like very nicely done, so it's not just all one color. You've kind of added a gradient to it too. I feel like this would hold up really good in different art styles. You could zoom out of this picture and it would still like, you could still be able to tell who it is. It's a really nicely done design. I also like that your eyes are a different color to the rest of the design. I feel like that draws a lot of attention to your face as well. I think everything's kind of drawing a lot of attention to it, and it looks really nice. It's got a good amount of detail and shading and stuff, but even if you put it in a different art style, it would still look good. It's a fucking great design. Sorry for swearing. It's a really good design. I also like that, yeah, parts of it is sheer, so you can kind of have that, the asymmetry on the left side of the design. You know, kind of the skirt going down a little bit, kind of a cut through the skirt so you can see part of the leg. I feel like that's very fashionable as well. Yeah, it's really cute. Yeah, just a little bit, just a little bit. But I really like it. I really like this design. I think you've done a great job, especially with the color palette. I think it's a really fantastic one. Thank you very much for submitting your design. I think you've done a fantastic job at it, and I was actually really excited to talk about this one because it's so cute. Thank you so much. Okay, this is Ote Mil Mil. Very cute design. Your graphic design class has paid off. I guess so for me too. I guess so. I really think this design is cute. I remember when she put out this design, and I thought she did a great job with it. I think sometimes with like a lolly or a chibi design, it can be hard, you know, to kind of make it look iconic in its own way. But I think again, you've done a great job with the big bubbles in your hair. I like the way that you've done everything with your hair as well. I think that looks really cute. I like the randosuru as well. I think it's really cute. Yeah. I know, it's so cute. And I think you've done a good job, as I mentioned, with color palette. You've done a good job at making yourself like have the sweetest and most innocent design possible with the palette. And then you got some cheeky reds in there. Yeah, I'm calling them cheeky reds. You should deal with that, okay? You got some cheeky red shoes. You got a cheeky red backpack. You got a cheeky red crab. I see the crab. I know what you're talking about. And I see the cheeky red bubbles, okay? But the rest of it is very cute. Kind of color palette. I feel like it's a great kind of way to break that up. I love what you did with the heart clip too. The clip design is really nicely done. And oh my god, what's with everyone having the cutest eyebrows today? It's crazy. It's ridiculous. I also like the interesting shapes that you've done on your socks. I feel like they're still the same height, but you've like made that little like cat sock or whatever. I feel like that's really cute. And I feel like that works very well with your character design. Because it's like, you know, like a cute little girl. You've got like playful kind of colors and patterns on your design, a cute gradient. And I feel like that works really well with your character. It looks really cute. The bubbles in your hair, they remind me of this character. Fuck, who is it? It reminds me of someone. I can't remember. I can't even remember. But I've seen these bubbles before somewhere, but they're very cute. I just also really like how you've done the hair as well. How you've got kind of half up, half down. I feel like that adds really like a good like part to kind of the lolly kind of look. It's like a little bit not complete. You know, You know how some parents will do their kids' hair like really neatly, and then because they're like playing around, it looks like a little bit like it's like you've got some flyaways and stuff. I feel like that's kind of how it looks. It's really, really cute. Yeah, she's definitely what it's going for. Yeah. I also really like what you've done with the shorts as well. With like, even if you took your jacket off, I feel like it would still have a really unique design. But I feel like the jacket's a really cute part of your design. Yes, yes, Kodomo no Jikan. Yes, 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 yes. It reminds the bubbles. Yes, exactly. Thank you, thank you. I feel like that adds a good amount. Yes, and the blush is very good. Again, I like that they've got eyes as a different color as the rest of your design. I think you've done a great job with that. It's adorable. Also, look at the. I mean, it's unrelated, but look at those little drawings that you've put at the side. Like, come on, are you trying to kill me? Are you trying to give me diabetes with this? I feel like I've gotten diabetes now. It's too sweet. I can't. What are you trying to do to me here? Come on. Okay, let's go to the next design here. Oh, okay, so I was excited when Nuka put in her design here, because I feel like it's a really good play on the whole Red Riding Hood thing. As we were talking a bit about characterization, it's like the big bad wolf is a cute girl. It's like really good. I love the concept. And you're kind of a little horror themed, I can see as well. And I feel like you've done a great job with the colors. Like, you've got some kind of you know, like low saturation for your hair and for parts of your outfit, and then you've got those deep reds for the bows and for the hood and stuff. I actually really like the hood. I love the unique silhouette that it creates, and I love that you've done with the button eyes. I feel like it adds a lot to it. I also like how the way that the like the little satchel you've got on kind of goes around the design. It's very, very cute. I like the tail as well. I feel like it's just very wolfy. I just really like the concept of this. It looks really, really cute. And the eyes are very striking, which I think is really what you're going for, especially the tired, sorry, kind of, what's it called, like, dark under eyes. I feel like that works really well, with what you're going for. I like the moon. I feel like it's really good theming. I also just really like the silhouette that like cape creates. But even with it off, it is still like a very iconic character design. The bows are cute in your hair too. I also really like the corset. It kind of looks a little bit Victorian, like Lolita. I think it's a very nice nice outfit. And I think it works very well with the character design that you're trying to do. I also really like how if you take off that cape, then you've got like the different silhouette of that of those like little things that you've got for that apron. Sorry, I can't remember what they're called. The little sleeves that you've got up the top. I feel like that's also unique shapes. Again, they kind of draw your attention upwards to the eyes. I think you've done a great job with that. You've even got one of those like wolf cuts, like the wolf haircuts. I feel like that's really cute for the character. A little Easter egg in there as well. It's like a very, very good design. Yeah, like the little puffy sleeves. Yeah. Like I could, like it's a good horror theme, I think, because I could see you out in the forest somewhere, and you'd be like, oh, you know, you come into my like little cottage, or whatever, and I'd be like, yeah, I trust you. Yeah, you look very trustworthy, like a little doggy. Yeah, okay. Yeah, alright, I'll follow you into this random house. Okay, like I could see that. I feel like it's really cute. Like I trust you 100%. Okay, I do think the art style is really good, but even like despite the art style, it could be really good, like chibi-fied as well. Yeah, and that tail's fluffy. I like that little wolf tail. I like that it's kind of like peeking out there from the bottom of the... Because you could either have that tail go up, like kind of out of your dress, or you can have it down. But I feel like having it down creates some cool shapes as well with your design. I also really like how the bows are also mirrored at the bottom of your shoes, kind of behind them. Yeah, what could possibly go wrong? Nothing, yeah. I might be wrong, but does the outfit read a bit more made than it's trying for without the cape? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I feel like if it was a maid outfit, you wouldn't have those long sleeves underneath. Imagine being a maid and having those long sleeves. That would be like, you would get dirt all over your sleeves. It's a little bit matey though, but like it's like also kind of Lolita. I feel like it's a bit of, it's just kind of Victorian Lolita clothing in my opinion. It doesn't need to be made. I also do like the layers that you've created at the bottom of your skirt with the different colors of purple. We've got that dark purple and then you've got the lighter purple that you've got in the bow. And I also really like, this is a great example of your eyes kind of standing out, and then you've also got other things in your design that have the same color as the eyes, so those are the parts that you really want to stand out here. You've also got those deep reds that stand out too, so I think the focal point of your design would be the eyes and the bows, but it would depend on whether or not you've got that hood on. But I feel like the color of your hair and the color of your tail work perfectly for this design. I love the saturations that you've put in with your hair. I think that's a perfect color. I couldn't think of a more perfect color for your hair. But yeah, thank you very much for submitting your design. I think it's a really cool, unique design here. Oh, Charlotte's design. Okay, so Charlotte had a couple of outfits or designs here, but I wanted to talk about this one because I feel like it's a really great characterization of her design. So I really like this one. I feel like it's a good example of having like different features in the design, but also having it look kind of cohesive using different colors and stuff. There are a lot of elements here, but they work well together very nicely. So I'm gonna start with like the sleeves. I feel like the sleeves are great characterization of like kind of the bear stuff. It's very cute, I guess, fashion-wise as well. It fits the rest of the outfit very nicely. I really like that the sleeves are kind of, you see you've got the shirt and then your sleeves are kind of disconnected. It's very nice and fashionable as well, and then you see that kind of reflected in the socks that she's got on as well. It creates some interesting shapes in her design. I think one of the most interesting shapes in her design as well would be the floof of the hair. I actually really like the short hair on her design for this reason as well. I think the short hair works really well. I do like the long hair, however, as well. But I think the short hair is really cute too. Specifically that one at the bottom right that she's got with the short hair and the little fluffles out. I think it's really cute. But I think it's like a perfect play on the brown bear kind of look. I like that she's got like a striped kind of shirt on with the yellow and brown. I feel like that works well with her hair, and it's kind of like the characterization of a bear liking honey. That's kind of what it reminds me of, at least. Like, you know, like Winnie the Pooh, I like honey, I'm a bear. Yogi Bear like honey. So obviously Charlotte likes honey too. I feel like that works really nicely with her design. I also like the elements like the dinosaurs. I know that she likes dinosaurs, so it's really good, and it tells you a little bit about her just from her design. It's like, oh, you know, like, oh, she likes dinosaurs, and I feel like you get kind of that prehistoric feel as well with that ripped shirt with those bones. Kind of, it reminds me of Pebbles from what's it called, the Flintstones. I don't know why, it's very cute. And I also like that bear and that heart and stuff in her hair. It's kind of scene themed. It kind of reminds me of like a scene kind of looking thing. It's what I would see kind of, you know, when I was younger, see girls wearing their hair, like stuff like that. I also like the earrings. I feel like that it kind of makes the hair a little less dark. It adds a little bit of detail to her hair. It's very nice. I do like the stuff on her face too, like the band-aids and stuff. I think it's great characterization. And I think also something that's important to see here is that one of her eyes is covered. And I feel like having a covered eye is something that can be tricky to pull off. But I feel like she achieves it very well, not only because she's got that yellow part in her hair, which kind of, you know, directs attention towards the face, but just the way that her eyes are drawn, the way that her eye color is kind of, I guess, different to the rest of her, besides from her skirt. But when you see kind of the 3/4 of her, you'll see her shirt. I feel like it's it adds a good amount of expression, and enough expression that you actually don't need that other eye there to still show expression. Like, you can still kind of see that in her face. It's a good amount of cutesy, but also kind of sceney. I really like it. Yeah. I like that the ears actually look bear-like. I do like that as well. I think it's very cute. It's like a brown bear kind of look. I think it's very, very sweet. It's like a sweet bear. I really like it. There's so many different elements at play here, but I feel like they work together very cohesively and nicely as well. It's very, very cute. I also really like the honey theming on the shoes. I feel like that's very cute. I like that they kind of, as I mentioned, something great to do with designs is to kind of have the top of the design, you know, the focal points and the important bits, and then you mirror that at the bottom, and I feel like she's done that perfectly. Also, I really like the fishnets. I feel like that's really cute. And I like how there's bandages on her legs and stuff, and that kind of like creates a little bit of, you know, something there, so it's not completely like has nothing there, if that makes sense. Yeah, I think it's perfect. I think it's very cute. I also think the addition of painted nails is cute as well. I think that's like perfect for her. But yeah, I really like this design, so thank you very much for sending it in. Okay. Let's snaz to the next one, guys. Okay, so this is Miyu, and she has a lot of models, but I wanted to put her most recent model in here and my favorite model. That I really like of hers. Sorry, just give me one sec, guys. Yeah, I wanted to put like her recent model and the model that I really like in here, as well. Because the one on the left, I think, is her most recent one, from what she said. I think it's really cute. So I think she's a sloth girl VTuber, which I think is a very interesting and unique concept that I really like. And the reason why I'm such a big fan of the right model is because I feel like they've done the theming here perfectly, and I'll explain why. So yeah, I feel like on the right, she's got like the soft, comfy features that you'd kind of think about with a sloth. Like she's got like that soft cardigan that looks fluffy and cute. She's got that long flowy skirt, she's got the flowy hair, and she's got a fucking sloth on her head. Like, come on, that's so cute. Look at that little sloth that comes out of her pocket. Like, come on, that is so cute. And then something that I also think is really cool and unique about her design is that she's got look at the hands. Like, they're like sloth hands. Like, come on, like, isn't that fantastic theming? And look, it like creates such a unique silhouette, whether or not she's got those the cardigan on. Yeah, I think it's very cute. I love all the sloth motifs in the original outfit. I think that's such good theming and would work really well with her logo. I feel like it adds really nicely. And it's not something that you see every day. Also, something I like is the color palette here. You've got a lot of comfy, like soft colors in this design. Wait, hang on. You've got a lot of comfy soft features in the design, which I think is good. I like the light kind of cream color that you've got, and I like how that's reflected nicely in the boots as well. Those are like little soft boots. I like the fluffles on it. I think you've done a perfect job with the fluffles. I think whether or not you like I think whether or not you've got the cardigan on, it really adds nicely to your design. And this, look at the fucking socks. Like, come on, please, like, look at the socks. Are you crazy? Look, like, come on, I'm getting diabetes. I'm really getting diabetes here. But I feel like, yeah, it looks really cute. I like all the parts of the design. And again, whether or not she's got that little sloth on her head, like, I feel like it's like really cute, and you can tell like it's sloth theming. It's really good. I really like this model. And then onto the left model, I really like the unique kind of it's like a nice play, I think, on the kind of maid outfit, like what you've done with the ruffles, how they're a little circular. I feel like that's a nice play on it. I really like the ribbons that you've got at the bottom. I like what you've done with your hair as well, how it's kind of stayed consistent throughout your models as well. I think that's really cute. I feel like the color palette for your hair is especially very nice and identifiable for you. I like, yeah, and the rest of the color palette's really good as well. I like the maid theming. I mean, it's a standard really cute maid outfit. It's really, really cute. It's kind of gothic Lolita-y, especially when you see the top of your hair as well, how you've got those like darker bows in there. And I like what you've done with the eyes, how they've stayed blue. I feel like that's good for your color palette as well, how it draws attention to your eyes. Your bangs are cute in this as well. I really like them. I really like how you've still got that little Miyu logo on your on one of your bows. I thought that's very cute as well. I really like this outfit. I think both outfits are adorable actually. I think if you're keeping with the sloth motif, I actually really like the right one, but the left one's also an adorable model too. And I think both of these, despite art style, would stay consistent to your character, and people would be able to identify you. I think they're both very adorable. Thank you very much for showing me your model and for sending that in. Thank you. I appreciate it a lot. Oh my gosh, who is this? Who is this? Is this Nyana Banana? Oh my god. Okay, I was actually so excited to talk about her model because every time I see it, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so cute. Nyana got a new outfit recently, and I like her new outfit as well. But I'm very excited to talk about this. I mean, come on, this is one of the models that can be summed up very easily in a couple of words. Banana cat girl. Banana yellow cat girl. I feel like you've done a great job with theming here. I really like... yeah, I know, she's wooing it. I really like the abundance of yellow in the design. It's a good example of a monochromatic color palette with pops of color throughout. So you've kind of got the light yellow for the hair. You've got yellow, kind of a nice light yellow on your socks. And then you have a slightly darker yellow for your t-shirt as well. And then shown in your jacket, it kind of is a good, adds a good amount of black back into your outfit as well. I also really like the addition of the headphones. I feel like it's great theming with your character. Like, you know, you like playing games and you obviously like using your computer, so you've got those headphones on. I like the addition of the red. I feel like that contrasts nicely with the yellow. I really like that banana clip in your hair. It is silly. I like it. It's so cute. I really like it. I also am a really big fan of your t-shirt, and I think I talked about this when I was drawing you. Yeah. Oh god, I can't pronounce it. But it shows a little bit about where you're from, and Mama Bichos? Question mark? Sorry, I'm really silly. But it's very cute. And it shows a little bit about you that people can see initially when they see your outfit as well. It's very cute. I also like that you use long sleeves in your outfit. I feel like that's great for lollies. And I also like that in your jacket you've got those long sleeves on as well. Kind of like, oh, I'm too little. My jacket is way too big for me. Oh no, it's really cute. And I also like that color that you've got on. Collars are just great in general, but I feel like it works very well with your design because it breaks up that yellow quite a lot nicely for you. And it also is very cute as well because, you know, you're a cat, obviously, and I feel like it works perfect for you. Something I also really like about your design is the one with the kind of short hair that you've got as well. I do love the short hair too. The long hair and the short hair both are very nice and add a good, unique amount to your silhouette, sorry. Specifically, I like the little coils in your hair at the front. They do a great job at framing your face. I also like the little side pieces that you've got in your hair too. I feel like that's adorable. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like it makes you easily identifiable and very cute as well. Yeah, it's a perfect design. I like the band-aids that you've got. I like the band-aids that you've got on your leg as well. And I also like that little cat paw that you've got. That's cute. And I feel like it directs attention down there. Give the VTuber design fat balls and massive bitties and it's 100%. Oh, shut up! Shut up, Coiny! What are you doing, you goose? You're crazy. You're crazy. But I think it's really cute. Something I like about it as well is that you've kept your eyes yellow as well. I feel like they're very cute. Again, it's a very good example of a nice monochromatic color palette here as well. I also like that your little banana in your hair has blushes. I don't know, that's just a silly little thing that I like. I feel like it balances out the colors very nicely. I don't know, I think this is a very nice design. Very iconic design. Again, I can zoom out of your photo like a ton and still know that it's you very easily here. So I really like this design, it's very cute. Oh, I also forgot to mention, I love the painted nails. Because your painted nails tell like quite a bit about you as well. And also adds a nice amount of black into your design as well. Especially from the socks. I didn't even mention the boots either, I'm so stupid. Okay, I like the boots too. I like the yellow and the black on the boots. Black and yellow. Sorry, I'm not gonna start singing. But I really like them as well. I think it's very cute. Yeah, it's a very nice touch to your design. Yeah, but I think this is a very, very cute design. Oh, hi Hexa, thank you so much. Hi. I'm excited to play Wizard 101 again as well. And good night. Good night, Hexa. Good night. Have a good sleep. Have a good sleep. I love you. Good night. Oh, here we go. Oh my god, who is this? I don't even know who this is. Oh my god, I've never seen her in my life. I've never seen her in my whole life before. It's Senna Bombine. Hello. She is so cute. And did you know? She said she drew these? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh my god, thank you for gifting 5 memberships. Thank you so much. Okay, good night. 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 Okay, anyway, sorry. I'm being stupid. I'm being stupid. Okay, so no, I mean, are you sure? Are you lying? Are you lying that you drew these yourself? Are you lying to me? I don't even believe it. It's like really good. I really like it. So I'll talk a little bit about each design, but I mainly want to focus on your initial design that you did, and then I want to go on to that left one because I have a lot to say about it. But okay, so I really like what you've done with the design on the right. Yeah, it's like a Build-A-Bear. It literally is a Build-A-Bear, and it's a great motif to that kind of thing as well. I think it's really cute. Yeah, did you rig it as well yourself? That's crazy. So I'm a big fan of your hair color. I actually really like on the left what you've done kind of with the more red hair, but I also like it being slightly less red in this one as well. I think both are really cute. I really like the overalls. I like that you made them orange. I think that's really cute. I like the consistency that you've got kind of with not only like the little tool things that you've got in your hair, but also how you see it in the tool belt as well. I think again it's a perfect example of having parts of your VTuber design that reflect you, you know, and things about you. I also like the white shirt in this design. I think it adds a good amount of color to the design as well. Well, I guess not a good amount of color, but it breaks up the color quite nice. Because as I mentioned with like Cottina's design, as she has like quite like a what's it called, like over the top like yellow jacket on. I feel like having a simple dress on the inside of it kind of adds to the design quite nicely and balances out a lot. So I think the shirt underneath your overalls kind of balances it out nicely as well. I really like it. I like the parts of yellow on it. I also love your eye color in this. I couldn't have thought of like a better skin and color, kind of eye color of this as well. I like the parts of pink in your hair. The color palette throughout is really cute. Oh, thank you very much for coming a champion. Thank you, Kony. I appreciate it a lot. Yeah, it's a really cute DIY bear. I also want to mention the one that's kind of above. I actually really like this. I love the silhouette that you've created on it, and I love the theming of like the plush, coming out. If there's more time I want to enter, I don't have a Twitter. Oh shit. If you send me a photo on Discord, I'll have a little look-see at it in a little bit. Yeah, I promise. Okay. I'm sorry, that's fine. But I really do like this one. I love the silhouette that you've created with it. It's really cute actually. I love the theming. I love the button eye that you've put. It reminds me of like you know Coraline, how she's got the button eye on. I think it's really cute. I also like the detail that you put in your eyes. I feel like it's a good show of like, you know, you've got like the it can be your original design can be put in like kind of different ways and kind of chibified and plushified in different ways, and you can still see that it's you. I think that's a really good show of having an iconic and unique design. It's really cute. Yeah. So I really like it. The middle one, little gummy bear. I like the gummy bear. But I do want to talk about the one on the left as well. So I really like it quite a lot. I like the shape that kind of the sides create of your hair. Kind of creating, I guess, like kind of even like a bear bear ear look even from the sides of your hair. And then you've got those little bear ears on there. I like the addition of the little braid that you've got there. I feel like that's in a very cute spot. It kind of frames your face nicely. The highlights in your hair are a really nice addition to the color palette too. I like how you mirror that as well in the cheetah print. I'm a sucker for a good cheetah print. I feel like you've done it very, very nicely as well. I like how you've got a similar kind of print that you've got on like the bows kind of near the like on the straps of your shirt. To the one in your hair. I feel like that's really cute. I also, oh my god, not enough VTubers do this, but I love the freckles. I love the like slight freckles on your face. I feel like they work really well with the tan, and the tan lines. I love the tan lines. I love the tan lines, and I love the cheetah print. Like, how did you know? How did you know these were like really good design features? How did you know this? I also do like this deep purple color. I feel like that's a nice addition to the color palette too. I see that like you don't really have a similar purple color like this to the rest of the designs, but I like that you added it. I feel like this is a good addition and a nice like kind of different outfit from the rest of them, and I feel like it works really nicely. As well as this, I like that you've got a similar color from the inside of your ears to the to your eyelids. I feel like that draws a good amount of attention to your eyes and to your face. And I do like the kind of lip gloss that you've got on too. I feel like that's very cute. I also like the jewelry that you've got on and the theming of that. So I like that you've got a similar kind of line up from your belt to the belly button to the choker. I feel like that all looks very nice and perfect there. I do like the silhouette that you've created with the fluffles on the sides of your jacket as well. I think it's very, very cute. There's a lot of interesting shapes here, and I feel like it frames you very nicely. And it's a very interesting design. Even though it's like pretty even, you've still created some good uneven parts. I feel like it's really good. And the fact that you've drawn it yourself is crazy. Yeah, and I do like the highlights. The highlights, as I mentioned previously, are so cute. Yeah, I don't know. I just love this kind of theme. It's like kind of Yaru, but also like, I don't know, just maybe it's the cheetah print and the tan lines, but it's very, very cute. I love it. So yeah, thank you so much for submitting in these models. I really like them. I think despite like all like the fact that you've got like a couple of models, I think they all really look nice together and look really cohesive, like as a unit. I think you could like, no matter what model you were using, it's very obvious that it's you regardless. It looks really cute. Yeah, that's okay. Thank you. Thank you very much for submitting it. Oh, I was excited to show the skills. I think she created me. It's Hoshizora Mirin. She's got a very, very cute design and a very nice color palette actually. It's kind of a play, I guess, on the office lady kind of design. But she's got some really interesting shapes at play here. Yeah, I know. It's got like I like the sleeves that you've got. I think the sleeves are a good kind of thing. Yeah, like a office lady receptionist kind of thing. Yeah. Yeah, I like what you've done with the sleeves here. I think they're really cute. I like the hair as well. I feel like the hair adds a good amount of asymmetry to the design as well. But then it pulls you back in with those star earrings. That's very cute. And I'm like really like my eyes are just attracted to your eyes here, I think because of the colors at play here and the colors in your eyes. I also like how there's like pink on top, and then the rest is kind of green. I think that's really nice. There's just such a nice shade of green actually. And I like that scarf. Something as well, if we're using the ladder theory here, if you look here, you've got kind of asymmetry with the bangs, and then again with the neck scarf, and then again with the belt, and then again with the slit in the skirt, and then again with the one the ankle thingy in the shoe. I think it's really nice and elegant. It's elegant but also fashionable. It's very, very nice. And I think you put everything on the right side. Like, she must know about ladder theory. Must be very smart. She looks smart. I also like the addition of the name tag. I think that's very cute as well. And then I like how you've kind of got a good amount of stuff on top, but then you mirror it to the bottom as well, as I was talking about previously. And then if we look at the design from the back, I see that you kind of have like a mirror image of the stuff that you've got on your earrings at the back of your shirt, and I feel like that's very, very pretty as well. It's very simple, it's very cute. I think it's a good example of a simple design, but also done very sweetly and nicely, and elegantly as well. And I mean, I just like that you add like the pop of color to your hair. I feel like that's very nicely done as well. I feel like no matter what outfit you have on, it's very obvious that it would be you here. It's very, very beautiful. I also like the slight galaxy motifs and theming, as you've got kind of galaxy kind of stuff like planets and stuff on your neck scarf. Then you've got the stars in your earrings, the stars right above your neck scarf, and the stars like kind of near your wrists as well. Oh, and on your anklet and on your skirt too. I feel like it adds like nice pops of colors, but it's also good theming. So people, when they see your model, know that's something that you're interested in, and it's kind of what you're about as well. It's really, really gorgeous and elegant. I really like this design. It's really nice. Again, I keep saying this, you'd see it like at a company like this is like, you know how they have like the designs for management? They would be like this. It's like a cute like office lady thing, but it's like, it also looks like something that you'd see like in a main character. It's really good. Like, I'm not like, oh, also this is kind of something to do like with the specific art style used, but I really like the shading on the tights. Yeah, it's cute. I really like it. I think it works perfect. And I also like what you've done, yeah, with the fact that your hair is kind of off center as well, like with the ponytail kind of swoosing to the side. I think that's cute as well. Yeah, I think you've done a great job. Also, I feel like we need more neck scarves in like VTuber design. I feel like this is nicely done as well. Yeah. Oh, we'll look at Coiny's design as well. And then I think that will be the last one for today. Just give me 1 second, okay? I'll quickly talk about her design quickly. Let me just get this up. Just give me 1 moment. She didn't even send me it! Koinu! What's wrong with you? Send me it! Send me your design, lady! What are you doing? I thought she would have sent me it. No! Oh, now she said, I'm sending it, my signal. She's spamming the keyboard at me. Sorry, I'm waiting. It's fine. I've got all day. Seriously, I don't mean it in like a rude way. But have you enjoyed the stream so far, guys? I hope you enjoyed it. I've had a lot of fun. And we've actually got a lot of tourists, I think, in here today. So if you guys don't know me, my name's Kiki. I'm Rabba. I hope you like my design. Or whatever. Oh, thank you for gifting 5 memberships. Thank you very much. Yeah. Yeah, I like the floofy. I like the floofy designs quite a lot. Yeah. Yeah, I learned a bit about colors. Oh wait, I think you sent it. Hang on. Okay. Oh, thank you. Okay, I got it in the bag, guys. I got it in the bag. Let me put it up on the screen, guys. Yeah. She cooked. She finished cooking. I got it. Okay. Let's try and talk about this respectfully. And not just ooh. Hang on a second. Okay. Let me just put it properly on the screen here. Yeah, so obviously there's a lot of different elements to this design, so I'll be talking about it whether or not you've got the jacket on here. Okay, let me just put this behind me here. Just quickly. Okay. Here we go. Alright, so there's a lot of elements to the design that I actually really like. Such as I like the silhouette that you've got here with the dog ears. And I really like okay, listen. I love the hoodie, the hoodie off is really cute too. But I'll talk about the hoodie first. I'll talk about how I like the hoodie. So I feel like a hoodie like this is really good for VTuber branding and to create a good brand. I feel like you could base a logo and a lot of different like merchandise and stuff off of just this alone. I feel like it works really well. I like how you've got like kind of red on those string things that fall off your hoodie. And then kind of you've got the same color in the skirt here. I feel like that works really nicely. And then you've got a good balance of colors from your socks to kind of the top of your top of your hood. I also really like the lightness of your hair contrasting with the darkness, you know, of your skin. I feel like that looks really cute. We're kind of opposites actually with that. I feel like it's really cute and it creates a unique silhouette, not only with that but also with your pigtails. I feel like that's really adorable as well. Talking about actually whether even if you've got that hood off, you've still got a unique silhouette here. Not only with the ears, but also something that you've done really nicely is you've got that like little like scrunchie around your arm. I feel like that adds a nice silhouette. The walkie-talkie also adds a nice silhouette here, and the skirt obviously does as well. It's still an iconic character design even with the hoodie off. I also want to talk about the shirt that you've got underneath here. I really like this design, okay? I really like it. I like the bows to the side. It creates a good amount of asymmetry. I like the different necklaces, and then that you've also got the cross section of the like little I guess shirt that you've got underneath the shirt here. It's really cute. Is a cell phone not a walkie-talkie? It's a walkie-talkie. It's literally a walkie-talkie. Okay? It's literally a walkie-talkie. Okay, I don't care what you say. But it's really cute. I also really like the hair clips that you've got in your hair. I feel like it adds a little bit of like pops of color to your hair. Yeah, exactly. It is. It's a walkie-talkie. I also think it adds a good amount of pops of color as well here, and it's got I forgot to mention, I like the pops of color in your hair as well with the pink. I feel like that's really cute, and the pink on the inside of your hoodie as well is very cute. But I think whether or not you've got the hoodie on, it still creates a good like silhouette and the recognizable character design as well. Also something I really like about this design as well is what you've done like kind of with the socks. I like the way that your socks are a little loose. I feel like it's very cute for that kind of aesthetic as well, and kind of balances out the colors a lot. The tattoo kind of thing that you've got on your near your necklace as well is cute. And the bows in your hair as well adds a good amount of symmetry to kind of balance out the asymmetry in your like clips that you've got in your hair. Also, let me move over to show the uo-wing. Yeah, it's like a gyaru kind of style. It's like we don't talk about the tattoo, okay? But yeah, I feel like you've done a really cute job at kind of making everything look cute. I also like the cross that you've got on. I feel like that's very cute. Because it's like a good contrast despite like the the kind of shorter kind of outfit, and then you've got the cross. It's a nice contrast between it as well, if you know what I mean. I think it's really cute. But I think this is a really nicely done and a nicely themed outfit as well. I like all the interesting shapes and stuff that you've got throughout the outfit. It's fantastic theming. I think it works very well for your personality. It's adorable. I was really excited when I saw this outfit. Yeah. No, I'm not calling you a slut. I'm just saying, like, it's a little design. Like, you've got like a little schoolgirl outfit on. Come on, okay? But I think it's really cute. I really like it. It's an adorable design, and I'm really happy that you came into my stream and sent it to me. I'm really happy to be able to talk about this. So thank you so much. Yeah, I think it's really, really cute and a very, very, very nicely done design. It's very nice. I feel like it's perfect. Very, very perfect. Yes. Yeah, very Masugaki, very cute. I love it. But yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, no, that's okay. That's okay. I hope you get like unbanned from Twitter at some point, because I'm mean. I'm mean for doing that to you. But yeah, let me just schnaz this. Let me just schnaz this away. And then let me yeah. Actually, let's go back into my room. Let's go back into my room now. Let me make myself a little bigger. But yeah, I wanted to just no, Twitter just sucks so much. It's unreal. But yeah, I just wanted to thank all of you guys for coming. And I hope that you guys learned something today. Yeah, I'm really glad that you guys came today, and I hope you learned something new. Because I had a lot of fun talking about this and kind of planning everything. Again, I'm not like an expert, so if I get anything wrong, let me know. But I had a lot of fun talking about it. It was really, really good. Yeah. It was really, really sweet. Okay. But yeah, it was really fun talking about this today. Yeah. Let me just have a little bit of water. Okay. Alright. Oh yes. Yes, I'm excited for the football tomorrow too. Yes. But yeah, thank you so much for coming today. I had a really fun time. And I hope all of you had a fantastic time watching and that you learned something new. And for any tubies that saw this stream today, I hope that you learned something too. And good luck with making your designs if you learn anything and you want to start with it and stuff today as well. So thank you so much for coming. Okay, thank you so much for coming. Yes. Yeah, thank you so much for coming today. Alright. I love you guys a lot, okay? Oh, and I thought it might be good at the end to show you my whole model and stuff, just so you know what my design looks like. I know I already showed you, but I want to show you what this on. Just to show you guys and everything as well. Wait, let me make myself a little smaller. Yeah, it may not be the most original or whatever that you guys might think or whatever like that, but I really like it, and I think it's really sweet. So I hope that you guys like it too. And I want to show you the other part of the design as well, my dress. I'm actually, I don't know, I designed another thing soon as well for you guys. I hope you like it. Oh fuck, sorry. So this is my other model. And then this is without the jacket here. And then this is with the jacket back on. I'm sorry. But yeah, so this is my design if you guys were wondering. I like simplicity over what's it called? Simplicity over anything else. But there's another model I'm designing at the moment. I've been looking up all this stuff. Sorry, not model, but another outfit that I'm designing at the moment. And I wanted to look into all of this before I started. So yeah, I hope that this helped you guys in some way, or anything like that. But the next one's gonna be a little bit more out there. But I hope you guys enjoyed the stream today. Oh, and then this is with glasses off. Oh, and I got different hair and with my glasses off too, and with my twin tails on. Yeah, I'll show you with my twin tails too. Hang on. Oh, and let me put my. Yeah, so I can do this as well. I can like switch around. With different elements of each model or whatever. But yeah. But yeah, anyway, thank you so much for coming, guys. I had a really fun time hanging out with you all. And I hope that you enjoyed today. I hope that, yeah, people learned something and stuff like that. And whatever. So yeah, thank you so much for coming, okay? The next time that I'm gonna be seeing you is we're gonna be watching some Divegrass and stuff together. So I'm really excited to hang out with you for that. But yeah, thank you so much for coming. I love you so much. Alright, thank you. I'll see you later. And thank you for coming. I love you, okay? Have a heart. Have a heart. Sorry, crazy. Thank you very much for coming, guys. I hope you learned something. Yeah, okay. See you later. Wait, not yet. Okay. Sorry. But you know, I got things to do, I got places to see, so I better head off. But I'll see you later. So thank you everyone for coming. I love you. Okay, I'll see you soon. Thank you for coming.
Put on my shoulders, yank about for in the back. I'm waiting for Champy to put on my